Boom. Ladies and gentlemen, we are live. And we are back in the saddle again, ready to go, kicking off another week. I hope everyone out there missed us this weekend, but we're back for some WWE RAW tonight. We're going to get into all the action, all the fun, all the rumors. Plus, we'll talk about some of the shit we missed this weekend in wrestling. There's so much to talk about, folks. Go get your snacks. Go get a smile and sit down, strap in, strap on. We got 3+ hours of coverage. Me and this guy. Let's go. Ding, ding, ding. We are live. It's a beautiful Monday in July, and we are back at it again. Like I said, we are the Wrestling for Life Network. We are the channel for fans, by fans. We are your alternative commentary to all the wrestling that exists. Folks, we cover it all. If you haven't hit like and subscribe yet, make sure you do so. But we're kicking off another crazy week in wrestling with a little bit of WWE RAW tonight. The 3-hour extravaganza that is Monday nights. As always, I am Mr. Every Night, KJ White, the Iron Man of YouTube. Get him, Nick.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, the Wrestling for Life Network proudly brings to you its YouTube tag stream champions of the world, the Every Night Delight, KJ White. I am Big Nick, and yes, ooh, baby, I like it raw. Yeah, baby, I like it raw.
Let's go, man.
We're
How you
back
been?
with an action-stacked, packed, fully loaded, Monday Night Raw. We've got Drew and Riddle versus Imperium. We've got a no DQ match between Ciampa and The Miz. We've got the confrontation, the face-to-face between Ricochet and Logan Paul. And we've got Dom going and getting another shot at the World Heavyweight title, or at least Seth Rollins.
Right, and then we did have some news about Becky Lynch probably not going to be there tonight. I think one of our fans put it in the chat. We'll get to the chat and say hello. I hope everyone out there had a wonderful weekend. Like I said, I hope you missed us. I mean, Nick, we took 2 days off, and it felt like a lifetime, but we're back at it again.
But how can you miss us if we never leave?
That's it. And know what the funny part was? I missed Joe. That's what happened.
Facts.
I stepped away, and I missed. You know, I didn't watch any wrestling. I had no reception. I'm covered in bug bites. The fish were biting. Life was good.
What
can we say?
Right.
So, I mean, I'm looking forward to getting back into this. And again, I was just trying to catch up. I just walked in the studio about an hour and a half ago, trying to catch up on some of this crazy wrestling that happened over the weekend. We will talk about that tonight as well. But like I said, folks, I hope everyone out there is having a wonderful weekend or a wonderful week or start to your week. And we're here all week long. NXT tomorrow, Dynamite, Impact, you name it, we do it. And we will be here for all of it. Nick, shall we get to the chat that's loading up? What?
Oh, absolutely. Let's talk to the people. Since you mentioned the people, we'll talk to the people. It's been a whole 2 days since we've talked to the people.
I know.
We're like I said, we're itching like a fiend here.
Right.
Damien, what up? Looking forward to Riddle versus Drew, or Riddle and Drew. Looking forward to Tommaso versus The Miz, says Damien as well. Richard, out here with the accusation speculations. Victor, so like you were talking about, so Becky Lynch not medically cleared to compete tonight against Zoe Starks. That seems to be this weird trend going around pro wrestling lately. Although I guess hers is an actual injury versus they got the stomach bug.
That's true too. So yeah, that match will get a change.
Right. Or another match like the match that Victor's talking about with Ciampa and Miz going no DQ might get a little bit of extra time.
Mm-hmm.
KJ and Nick watching Collision or any other show without you guys just isn't the same.
It's true. If you guys are new here, Victor is 100% right. Not to be that guy,
not
but
biased or anything like that.
I'm not biased, but it's not the same. And I mean, you can click around, but why would you? We put asses in seats every day of the week. And,
don't say that. The last person that said that, their company failed. Don't say that. Don't say that. That's
We're not
the curse of Shivani.
Right, the curse of Shivani upon us. But all that
spirit this Sunday.
Yeah, it's weird. I mean, getting back into the swing this week, it will be fun. And again, you won't have to miss us too much. This weekend is a crazy weekend ahead with Slammiversary on the horizon, Battle of the Belts, another one. I think it's 7. Jeez.
Well, I was going to say,
lots-
don't you worry of we who took a pause for the cause, because we got an action-packed, stacked blockbuster of a summer coming up. We've got Blood and Guts on a Wednesday. We've got All In. We've got All Out. We've got SummerSlam. We've got anything and everything for your pro wrestling needs.
It's true.
Even if you miss us, we still got the Twitters, the Instagrams, the TikToks, the
Discord,
all of that. So there's plenty of ways that even if we're not live, you can still reach out, be a friend,
right?
friend.
And honestly, Nick, we got more coming your way, guys. We got more in the hopper. We got more original content coming out. Luna Havoc is busting ass, getting more stuff out. Go check her out as well, as she is consistently posting on her page, our page, everywhere else. Our TikTok is live and running. And yeah, a lot of content coming your way. Plus, we got CJ Brand playing through some of the Fight Forever, and we'll see if that evolves into some other games, which I imagine it will.
I was going to say, well, if you're still waiting on the fence, or you're still confused about AEW Fight Forever, which I still feel like most of us might be.
Yes,
I know we all have it on 3 different consoles, and it's 3 different gaming experiences.
It's definitely 3 different experiences.
But if you're still on the fence, or you're still waiting to see how that plays, how it works out, or anything like that, or if you just want to kick it with CJ and tell him, got this shit, we got that on every Thursday after Impact.
Yes.
But it is always around here. Big things popping, little things stopping up to something. Season never sleeps, because you still, even as much as we tell you guys in all these promos and there's long-winded and you're wanting us to shut up, we still got more tricks up our sleeve that we don't even tell you.
We got more. Stay tuned. WWE just added Seth Rollins versus Dominic Mysterio for tonight's Monday Night Raw. A very interesting addition, right? I mean, there is the storyline going on right now where, Damian Priest has the Money in the Bank. Dom had a title shot. Finn had a title shot. Now we got Damian lurking in the weeds. I'm a little surprised we're getting this again, but we'll see how it looks.
Oh, absolutely. Well, if we don't get Carnage or a Judgment Day, pun intended, with that, we also have it advertised, at least, Cody Rhodes to deliver a special message to Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, very interesting. So, is he going to sing him a song? Is he going to...
But is this where we get the stipulation, the rumored, hasn't been done in a long time stipulation announcer, what he challenges him to, which we all think is either going to be a Texas bull rope match or a strap match or something of that vein.
Let's go. Strap in and strap on. Christopher, thank you for being here. Thank you for joining us. The best flocking live watch along. Trust me, forgive my cursing. I can't say it better. We appreciate it.
You didn't even curse.
I know. I like it.
We curse way more.
Now, quickly on the note of SummerSlam, Nick, there's also the rumors that Jay and Roman could be have a stipulation unto itself as well. Possibly a steel cage has been thrown around. Now, I don't know if that's just, internet.
I haven't heard anything as far as the stipulation. If you'd like to accentuate and elaborate on that, I'm all ears. But to me, does this match require a stipulation? I guess the other thing that I've heard on the other end of that is that this may be the end of the Bloodline story, and that Roman then goes on to something else who might involve a person who is currently not medically cleared, allegedly.
Yeah, still apparently, the Fiend, the Mr. Bray Wyatt is not medically cleared yet. So again, a lot of speculation. A lot of people think, oh, he walked out, he hates the company, da 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 da. But he legitimately hurt himself. What can you do? I mean,
right?
I don't know what to tell you. If anyone I thought was going to hurt themselves, Uncle Howdy jumping off the fucking ceiling might have done it. But what do I know?
Is it more of that? Is that Bo's not cleared, and so Bray can't show up without Bo? I can't show up without my Howdy.
Right? No Bo, no go.
Right. But Mick saying, hey, Victor, thank you for getting on last Wednesday. Why? Thanks. Today is my birthday. Well, happy birthday, Mick.
There you go. Happy birthday, Mick.
Rocco, what up? Well, he does mention in person here who I've been interested that they've been missing since they've been drafted, and that's Bobby Lashley.
Very interesting that we saw Bobby Lashley go missing. Listen, maybe I'm a mark at this point for this whole situation, But if he reappears with some friends and they call themselves a business of some kind, I'd be very not hurt by that situation.
Not even a little bit. Well, it
Like,
depends on what friends they are, but still.
right? But I think, like, I mean, again, it's funny because Drew McIntyre stepped away. Other people have stepped away. We see lots of rumors. Bobby Lashley's been silent and nobody's talking about him. When was the last time you saw a tweet or anything? It was like, where's Bobby? Not often.
Very true and very interesting.
So, I mean, yeah.
Now, if he shows up with Hit Row, are you pleased? Is that the new Hurt Business? Are you happy then? Because that's the thing. That's what I'm saying. Be cautious of what you wish for.
It's like that fucking was it the fucking bedazzled or whatever, the the wishes with the devil.
I know what you're talking about. Well, yeah, I think wasn't that Big?
No, Big was the first movie I ever saw in theaters.
Well, there you go.
With Tom Hanks. But no, the one where you like every wish is fucked up.
Yeah, anyway. I get what you're saying.
So Diener is now teaming with Bully Ray. Just call them Bully by Design.
That's not a bad name. It's not a bad name.
Or Violent by Ray? I don't know. Bully by Design might be better.
That sounds like they sound like Hootie and the Blowfish or something.
What's up,
Violent by Ray? I only want to be with you.
I only want to be with you.
Ronnie, what up? Joe, whose birthday is it? It's Mick's birthday. So happy birthday, Mick. Bonkers, what up? Yes, FTR versus Bullet Club Gold was great, and we're getting a replay of it this week for the tag titles.
Mm-hmm. Now, as much as I have a pet peeve with eliminator matches, and I will admit to everybody, I haven't seen the full match. I've only seen snippets. I will say that the reviews on this match were outstanding. I heard really good things about Collision in general. My prediction for the final actually came true, even though some people thought I was a little crazy as far as Ricky Starks is going to take on CM Punk, which there you go.
That's interesting because it's face versus face. But yeah, if you throw Juice Robinson, Jay White, and FTR into a wrestling blender, you're bound to at least come out with something good. Yo, so it was a great match, and I think the Saturday is only going to be better.
I think it would be really friggin' crazy and probably really cool if Bullet Club Gold wins the tag titles on Saturday and Ricky Starks upsets CM Punk because some type of turn.
That's the thing is literally as you were halfway there, I was like, the only way that they win is if Starks turns and he goes like leader of like Bullet Club. But then does that diminish Jay?
No, because it's funny because you kind of see Jay as the leader, but then you see like Juice getting a lot of like they kind of co-lead this thing. So it'll be interesting if they try and pull it off this way, but it definitely would add a crazy dynamic. Plus them winning the tag titles. I mean, for the audience that doesn't know Jay White and Juice Robinson that well, it instantly kind of legitimizes them, right?
So at Forbidden Door 3, we get Bullet Club Civil War. We get Bullet Club David Finlay versus Bullet Club Gold.
There you go. I'm in.
And we get Chris Bay and Ace Austin. Of whose side are they on?
Right. Hello, my friends. Meet again.
Been a while. Where should we begin?
What's up, Money?
Like forever.
Damien, the first MLW pay-per-view, Never Say Never, was amazing. We got new tag team champions and the calling and new MLW World Championship in Alex Kane. Alex Kane with a big upset this weekend.
That guy said we were talking about it before we went live. To me, that's been one of the bigger stories, honestly, even out of compared to Collision, etc. Is Alex Kane beating Alex Hammerstone, Alex on Alex action.
Right.
For the MLW World Championship.
Yep.
And just the reaction, you deserve it. And he 100% does. And that's MLW still is kind of one of those halfway slept on. It's like it's the untapped resource of a ton of talent, I feel.
Yeah, no, I think, and just so you guys know, from our programming standpoint, we will be here often to cover those types of shows. When MLW does their next pay-per-view, we'll be here. We're going to be here for Slammiversary. We're here for a lot of the GCWs, XPWs, you name it. We show up and do it. So this weekend, obviously a bit of an exception, But moving forward, we will catch some of these MLW shows. There is a plethora of talent there. Sometimes the shows are a little crazy, and some might describe it as impact-ish. But overall, there's some really good talent down there.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I mean, you can think of 3 or 4 names off the top of your head that you have been on wish lists for AEW, for WWE. So
yeah, including the 2 Alexes. So absolutely. Right. And we will be here for some of that. FTR versus Bullet Club was gold, was the match of the night, and Punk versus Joe was second. How, like, for those who watched Punk versus Joe, was it a good tilt? Like, did they,
I agree with what Vance said of it was very much second match of the night and everything. It was very interesting because it's the first time literally in their history that Punk beat Joe. Yeah. And we did get what looked like at halfway at least a sign of respect of the 2 combatants shaking hands and everything. And then Joe locks in the Coquina clutch. So yeah. There's still the speculation of even if we don't get a Ricky Starks heel turn, that Joe may get involved and cost Punk.
Joe's still pissed off
the tournament, and we could get to where we get that kind of a feud going forward because that does have a lot of mileage. I still think on it of Punk versus Joe.
Absolutely. Joe. Let's go. All right. The best. I got that one. Thank you, Christopher. Again, Aaron's in the house. A-Town, how you doing? Evening, folks. Let's go.
A-Town, what up? But yes, I will say also on the Punk Joe match of pretty much every good gifable kind of spot moment that you normally would get with a Samoa Joe match, you got during this match. So nice. It was a fantastic match, and to me it was good, but it shows that they can still do more.
I like it. I really do. I was looking forward to that match, so I'm looking forward to catching up on it. I missed you guys Saturday. Had to watch crappy wrestling all by myself, Joe.
All by myself.
We don't recommend it. We recommend that if we're going to take the weekend off, you also take the weekend off.
Well, I was going to just say, how you don't end up all by yourself? You hit that membership button. You hit that join. I know at least on the mobile, it's right underneath where you hit subscribe, but you should do that as well. You hit that bell notification. Yep. And even then, you can just still go back through our back catalogs, even if we're taking a pause for a cause, even if it's just for a day, even just for a couple hours. Or even then, we still got the Spotify, so you can hear us. You don't have to see us. You can at least just hear us. True. We got the TikToks, the Instagrams, we got the Discords, we got everything and anything. What?
True story.
At this rate, too, I think we might have to get a thread. That's a thing. Just saying.
I ain't doing it till they figure their shit out. King Jordan, what's up? Welcome back. See Money, we already got you. Dudley Death Designs
3D.
There you go. I'll take it. Love that movie. He wasted his first wish on a Big Mac and he thought it will appear, but they took a train to McDonald's.
So Rocco knew what you were talking about.
I like it. There was a scene where he becomes a basketball player and it's ridiculous.
Fair enough.
Anyway, I can't wait for my birthday this Wednesday. Lots of birthdays coming up. My birthday, Damien's birthday, Mick's birthday.
So this says what your parents were doing 9 months ago. Just saying.
Oh, thanks. Just
a reminder. Just letting that be known.
Thank you. Fuck.
How about a little heel turn?
Happy early birthday, John Cena. All right, more birthdays. What's up, John Cena?
John Cena. Happy birthday, John Cena.
Hobbs did a face turn. Goodbye. Woo! Vance. Welcome back, by the way, Vance. I love it. Dude, that's excellent.
Did he really do I gotta go back and watch that one because that's one that I caught more of the highlights of that. Like I said, I caught the back end. But if I don't get QTV and miscellaneous white girl on my TV, I'm fine. So
yeah, everybody turning on QTV is good for me, good for business.
At this point, I think TK just has him there because he does it to piss people off.
No, we can
what
talk
other
about
purpose does he serve?
We can talk about this later. I really do think that a good amount of criticism that comes AEW's way, even from guys like you and I, are met with, "Oh, you're just haters and you're toxic and you're not really."
Oh no!
You just hate this shit. And we'll talk about this later in the show, Nick. But man, I think it's a terrible way to do things. And I know there's people within the fan base that are loyal to this company that have watched almost every minute, at least of your main shows, that do not want to see things like QT Marshall. But I think at times it's a silo.
I feel like I know what you were hinting at there and everything, because I wanted to go.
You don't know me.
Right, but we will be broken into that topic probably during our first commercial break.
It's one of the first things I caught
by the
up
way,
on.
we're about 9 minutes away from the start of Monday Night Raw.
Dude, we effectively just blew through 21 hours. Fucking amazing.
Dude, us talk a lot. Gee, never.
What are the odds?
What?
This pent-up energy.
A little bit.
Best people are born in July. See money, I'll accept that.
You want to fight about it?
I mean, there's no
I'm kidding.
It. There's no good defense for it, but I'll accept it.
Objection overruled. Hearsay.
Right. Yeah, we'll get into that too. The Bloodline storyline draws 3+ million viewers. Listen, one of the things I saw when I returned to civilization today was, it's just melodrama and it's bullshit and it sucks. Fuck yeah. That's as polite as I could be about all of that, Nick.
Yeah, I didn't see that at all. I saw even Meltzer. I think I retweeted it and everything like that, to where Meltzer was saying how even in the demographics, the key demos that AEW likes to tout itself on, it was the best rated show not following a NFL game since 2020 or whatever. And it's like, I guess, showing the potential that in the key demo that next week's SmackDown could be the highest rated show in that demo of the week or of the night or whatever, which would be the first time a professional wrestling show has done that.
Yeah, and there's two things here. One, I've always said that the ratings do give some.
I hate how we've gotten this much. It's like being an analytics coach in the NFL. It's like, all right, how nerdy can you get?
But what I will say is, for all the fans out there that don't want to hear about the ratings anymore because they're no longer in your favor, I want you to go to Tony Khan's Twitter and realize that your savior, your Jesus, is out there tweeting about the ratings. Not only is he tweeting himself, he's retweeting people, execs from TBS of like, look, we're great.
The only one that really jumped the shark with me a bit was when he mentioned how it was the highest rated, I believe, a Dynamite on Cage Match. And I'm like, all right, now you're getting into the smarkiest of smarkydom.
We're getting too deep into it.
Right. You're not even talking TV ratings. You're not even talking demographics. If we want to go down that route, you're not even talking social media interactions. You're talking ratings on Cage Match, which is a smarkety, which respect the Cage Match. I love them. But
if
that's
you're getting
such a niche thing to plant your flag on.
Oh, I completely agree. And I mean, if you're going to, the people, I get where the ratings aren't what they used to be, but what it does show me is the potential pool. Like if the NFL or the Big Bang or any of this shit we talk about that lead into wrestling can get X amount of viewers, they're there. They're still watching TV. And if SmackDown can get 3 million plus, Dynamite can get 3 million plus. So to say, it doesn't even matter, it matters.
You just have to give them reasons to not turn off. But speaking of giving people reasons not to turn off, let's get back
Dale's
to
in the house.
Right. Dale, what up? The Bloodline storyline draws 3 million. Yeah, we talked about that. Joe Black says WWE should sign La Rebellion, Amarillo. I love Mecha Wolf and Batista 666. Fair enough. I was going to say, they already.
I'm a huge fan.
Well, I like them, but I was going to say respectfully with the way WWE does things, they already have the LWO.
Well,
unfortunately, that roster position has been filled.
Yeah, and I think the 666 might disappear. And
a little bit. Well, there's the whole still hiring freeze because we've got the merger allegedly.
Wink, wink. They make it work if they wanted it.
Becky versus Zoe is on.
Is it on? Is this thing on?
This is coming down like a Mighty Ducks game or something like that. It's getting pulled off the last second, and then quack,
Right?
quack,
Banks,
quack,
you're in.
quack. Yeah, and then just it's on.
Right.
Hobbs is better as a heel than a face. Yeah, but he got saddlebagged with QTV.
I agree with Vance, but I mean, again, you kind of got to get out of the, like you said, the corner that they're in for sure.
Right. Bashy, what up? Alexis says QTV royally sucks. James, what
Truth.
up? Dale shout out Gilbert's birthday today.
There you go. Mick and Gilbert are in good company.
Yeah. Dwayne Gill. Richard, here we go. Bonkers. I'm trying to get Greg, what up? And so, like we were talking a little bit before, of Alexis says SmackDown suffered because of the amount of the time that the Bloodline sucked up. I have heard this because the Bloodline went 40 minutes.
But
I've heard that it was allegedly only supposed to go 20.
I don't believe that, one.
I don't either, but that's what they said.
Two, how did SmackDown suffer? You put up $3+ million for half the show.
Mm-hmm.
What suffering is the company doing? Maybe not the best show as far as in ring, but hey, we're building towards SummerSlam. It was entertaining. I'm there. I'm all for it. I don't get it.
It was still a good show, and to me, at the end of the day, of when we're watching pro wrestling, I respectfully, and this is going to sound so contradictory to say, of not every night's going to be just nothing but a 5-star classic. It's not going to be a can't miss. Every match is it's nothing but pure in-ring action. You're going to have your moments to where it's just, this is just carrying over the storyline. And it's still, if the segment is enjoyable, it's still enjoyable. Whether it's a segment, whether it's in-ring action. Now, don't go completely away from that, but you get what I'm saying.
Yeah, no, I mean, yeah, you don't. Again, we're not going to show up next week and get 2 hours just roaming and then the Bloodline talking and whatever, and even an hour and 20 of the show minus commercials. I mean, dude, to me, it goes back to a time when it was all about stories. When the whole remember, we would kill an easy 30 minutes with fucking Triple H riding a tank to fucking CNN.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's not you're not going to get 2 hours of Ospreay Omega. Like
no.
every night, every week. Like you're gonna have some matches that are good TV matches. You're gonna have some segments that carry on that storyline that are just great moments, like you said, even perfectly there with DX rolling on a tank. Guess what? It's a segment, and it was regarded and still looked at as one of the best moments in pro wrestling.
One of the highest rated segments ever was, This Is Your Life. Like that one with Rock and Foley just doing fucking stupid slapsticky shit blew up the ratings. There is an aspect to the it's sports entertainment. I know somebody doesn't love it, but I feel like it's just a matter of, it doesn't matter what AEW does, doesn't matter what WWE does. There's a large contingent of hate watchers that I don't even understand why you tune into wrestling, and maybe you don't, but there's just a lot of people that fucking like, man, we're getting some good shit. Let's be happy.
Well, like Bonker said, though, Twitter said,
Twitter said.
all 7% of Twitter there, to quote Avengers. I heard a rumor, maybe Orton tonight. Doubt it, though. Probably save it for SummerSlam. Yeah, at this point, if you weren't going to do it at Money in the Bank, do it at SummerSlam.
I think so. That sounds about right.
Resident Evil, what up?
What up, Rez?
3 minutes away. Well, now we're 1 minute away.
Kevin, I'm on I think the last commercial break leading in, so let's giddy up.
I'm at the end of Chicago Fire right now.
I like that show. Hey, KJ White, Big Nick, how you doing, Kevin? Hope you're doing well. Bonkers is back in the house. We'll rapid fire a couple of the. Oh no, we're at the bottom. Oh, good news.
Yeah, we're towards the bottom. Yeah, I worked fast.
Better than I thought. Richard's back. We'll get back to that. If we forget, you just remind us. But we will talk about that after we get through the opening of the show.
Right.
We're not going to get anything long-winded. I'm getting the this program is aggressive in nature, and it may contain themes that are not suitable for everybody.
This live stream is aggressive in nature.
Shit, right? But I am getting Mr. Nick. I'm getting then.
I'll let you know what I'm getting then. I'm getting Richard Wolf right now, executive producer of Chicago Fire.
There you go. Now, if you guys want to sync up with us, like I said, I got Then on my
Then now.
And Nick also has Then, so we are rolling along, folks. We are kicking off Monday Night Raw. That is Big Nick. I am KJ White. It's good to be with everybody here on a Monday. And like you said, we got lots to talk about. We got 3 hours to do it. Get in that chat. Let us know what's on your mind. If you're shy, just say hi. If you don't want to speak too much, just put an emoji in there or a super sticker or a super chat. You know, we got all the options.
Right. But I've got they're showing the crowd shot of Monday Night Raw right now. I got the robot from Buffalo, New York. Yes.
From Buffalo, New York.
Right, in the great city of Buffalo. Let's go, Buffalo.
Is it the Keystone Arena? Oh, we're opening with Judgment.
For Buffalo.
I don't know.
Why?
I said I don't know.
Wow, I got the Judgment Day coming out right now.
Yeah. What's the arena called there? I think that was Keystone.
You got me missing.
It's just Finn Balor coming out. Interesting. Did y'all hear
like
why
Moxley
a promo every match? No, I don't know why Moxley bleeds every match, but I did hear him kind of indignantly just be like, "Oh, we punch and kick each other, so why wouldn't we bleed?"
Well, he wants it just not as much, but more, like every match, but not gushing. Well, Moxley with that ever so infamous now picture of skewers in your head,
right?
Dude, hey, I feel like thou doth protest too much.
Maybe. But I'm getting a replay of Money in the Bank, and then last Monday,
I got
as far as Seth and the Judgment go. What's that?
Sorry. I was just saying I got Seth in the ring.
Yeah.
They're replaying that. So when do we think that Damian cashes in? Like, let's early predictions, early odds here of when Damian cashes in.
Later in the year, maybe around Survivor Series.
So he does it. So I still think we're going to get to Seth versus Roman at Survivor Series, because then it would be world champ versus, it would be, you continue that without it being the titles on the line per se.
Mm-hmm.
So, do you want to call your shot?
Yeah, I'll go Survivor Series.
You go at Survivor Series.
We'll see how this all builds up. I mean, SummerSlam's still up in the air for Seth, so I'm curious. I just think if it's soon, it might. I don't know. I mean, if it's soon, it might be a failed attempt.
Well, now I got to look at if like Backlash or something like that's after SummerSlam. Because I was about to say of like
Fastlane's in there.
Fastlane, we've got
the next one is Payback, right? Not Fastlane, Payback.
Is that before SummerSlam?
Yes, it's the next pay-per-view after SummerSlam. Sorry, not before.
I feel like it could be at one of those. I almost wanted to say that I almost feel a bit more it could be at Rumble, because there's always a shocking moment at the Rumble. And yes, Keyshawn, we did see that. I feel like we will touch on that when we have more time to talk about it.
Yeah. Yes, we are. Yes, we are.
Do I need to just take a pause then and just let you go?
I think we'll try and hold for a commercial, but man, that's one of the few things that I was able to dive into this afternoon or this evening, and man, it just blows my mind. Anyway, I'm just ready for the Bloodline stuff to be over. I've never been into the Bloodline. I guess for those who like it, they do, and for those who don't, they don't. James, I just don't know what you don't like about it. I don't. I struggle.
Fair enough.
Here's Finn with the mic. Sorry.
Yeah. Oh, well, Victor was answering you of it's the Key Bake Center in Buffalo, New York.
I thought it was Keystone.
Hey, I mean, it'd be fitting to be sponsored by beer, but yeah, Key Bank, I remember that being in New York. Aaron, what up, my guy? He's at the show and still watching us.
Yes!
So it's no longer like proof positive right there. It's not a gimmick. It's not we're just saying it because we're over exaggerating. We're literally the channel that the wrestlers tune into, that the people at the show tune into to be their alternative commentaries. We've got Dommy and Mommy coming out right now.
Yeah, interrupting Finn, Nick, and he looks pissed.
I feel like Finn's days in the Judgment Day are numbered, and I believe into the whole rumor, the speculation that him and JD McDonough, who we haven't seen since that whole little bit of a tease.
That's true.
They end up kind of tag teaming and going after the Judgment Day of their Judgment Day is Sammy and KO.
Yeah, okay. I could see that. I mean, I surmised at one point now, it doesn't seem like it was leaning that way, that potentially it'd be interesting if it went the other way and Finn was trying to pull JD in, but Mommy just ripped the mic out of Finn's hand and Dom's not even getting in the ring.
Well, yeah, they're literally, this is
Damien's
almost worse than the treatment that Edge got when he was getting removed from being in the Judgment Day. This is literally, they're like dog walking him.
Wow.
With all due respect to Rhea, because Mommy would fucking.
Do you see the? I like the t-shirt.
But why?
Senior Money in the Bank tease. Finn rolls out of the ring. Dom just lets him walk by. Finn ain't happy at all.
Terrence saying, "Buffalo, you guys have some great wings."
Told you I used to drive
that. Don't ever phrase that again as buffaloed, unless you're with your significant other.
Right. We used to drive out to the Anchor Bar to say hi.
You don't go to Buffalo and not have wings? Yes. Why? So.
Oh, wait.
Rhea saying she's the most dominant champion right now.
So she basically tells Finn to go away as if she's the leader of the fucking crew.
Is she not?
Is she not?
Right. Tell me when I'm telling lies.
Right?
And look, that's so good. Of literally the second he just that, and it's just an echo, a deafening amount of boos. Like, it literally is insane to hear that.
And they're wise enough to set it up. Tell him, Dom. And the minute she says that, everyone gets ready. It's our time.
Here comes Seth. But see, as the pendulum swings as big, and Seth's coming out here eating nachos. But
not muffins?
Not muffins.
Not muffins, nachos.
He's not, I'm old, I'm tired, and I work with fucking children. He's out here eating nachos. He's burning it down with that salsa. Or no, it's wings. He's got wings. Like we were talking about.
There you go. It's wings.
Nachos. Out here looking like he walked straight out.
Why are you yelling with food coming out of your mouth, though, bro? I don't understand this decision.
Why does he look like if Blade Runner and Steven Seagal cross paths? I'm gonna eat some buffalo wings. What?
Get out.
Got that blue ranch, got that blue cheese, what? Oh. That ranch, that what? That celery stick, what? That carrot, what?
Right. All right, chat. We need to know. Are you doing flats? Or are you doing rounds? Or are you doing
drums? Drums or
flat? Are you doing drums or flat?
You go first, because I have an opinion.
What's that? I love the flat.
Fair enough. So
I'll take everybody's
perfectly. We'd be see, this is why we're tag stream champions right now, because I am drums all the way.
I love it. Don't get me wrong. I like a good drum, but no, definitely I like a flat. I'm good with that.
I guess it harkens back to me of like I'd be the one that's out there walking around with the turkey leg and everything like that.
Definitely.
Right. I the drums, it just does it something. It's cannibalistic there for me.
Henry VIII, I am.
Right.
Rhea versus Finn, possibly. Yeah, not in the WWE.
Could see it, but see, flats, drums, see everybody drums.
I think drums are the
thing. You're just saying money. Mike's saying both. Yeah, that's the best answer.
Yeah, that's the best answer.
Oh, you solved the riddle there. Just both.
Both, eat them all.
Drums are easy to eat. Yeah. Flats have way more tender meat. That is true.
That's why I'm a sucker for that tender meat.
Pause. Them wings look dry as artists. What up? Yes, my guy.
They look like fucking drumsticks, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah. So are you? So then, okay. Side question: are you going mild, medium, or hot?
Hot as fuck. As hot as I can get them.
Fair
I
enough.
dip my hot wings in hot sauce. Let's go. I like a good old sweat when I eat some wings.
Dude, there's a video that I have of me doing the last dab, and I sat there and took them, and I shook the whole boneless wings, and the last dab sauce was coated. Oh, it's literally hot enough that it's pepper spray. It is the Scoville unit. No, I have it still floating around here as the one chip challenge. Like, my Mrs. Big Nick, pause, can't do spices at all, so I have become a spice junkie.
Yeah. We're getting Cody Rhodes tonight. Like we said, he's going to address Brock Lesnar. Drew McIntyre is in the house.
What are you doing in my Buffalo?
Man, this guy with the Buffalo 316 shirt kills me. Did you see Gilbert as Stone Cold?
I want that shirt. Every sort of Stone Cold spinoff shirt I want at this point now with Finn 14 staples. Buffalo 316.
Oh.
I feel like I need to go and get my Buffalo hat now at this point.
Nick, I gotta say this. They brought the fucking sword back, and I don't like it. Leave the sword at home.
Yeah, but how will we sell action figures if they don't have the accessory sword?
This is also Gamer's answer when he meets sisters. Moving on. Not too bad, Money. How about you?
Shots fired.
Blue cheese or ranch? Ranch. I hate blue cheese.
Neither.
I hate blue cheese. I love ranch.
I don't neither. If I'm eating wings, neither.
Okay.
Let that motherfucker burn.
I like the play. Anyway, Seth gonna beat Dum Dum's ass. Yeah, randomly we're just gonna get the wing eating Seth Rollins up against Dum Dum.
He has to win with the cross-faced chicken wing now.
I'm in.
100%. That's the only way you can win right now.
I chicken winged him in Buffalo.
All right, exactly.
Sorry.
Ooh, we both clicked on Terrence. Okay, so what did you eat your wings with? Ranch or blue cheese dressing? Like I said, neither.
I'll do ranch.
I go straight fire.
I like
yea, though I walk through the valley of death, I shall fear no evil, for the Lord is my shepherd.
Right. You have to make you eat that fucking chip on stream.
Don't contempt me.
Yeah, we might have
to. At this point, this might be a pause, and I'll go find it.
Yeah, I just don't know if it was necessary for him to be like screaming with his mouth full. I don't know if that was my favorite choice for your WWE champion, but it's Seth at this point.
Right. Keyshawn, what are you talking about?
I'm not asking again.
Okay. Calm down. It's not that serious.
Are we
down out here saying atomic? Well, you out there in Louisiana to where I think y'all just born with spicy like pacifiers and shit like that.
Oh, yeah. No.
Boneless parm garlic is god tier. Well, if we're getting into non-spicy, then that's
now we're wandering, right? We are in commercial break.
This video is just ranking chicken wings. What?
Playing with the munchies. By the way, boneless wings are nuggets. Hey, is it true some places in the States started selling thighs because they were running out of wings?
No, I haven't seen that.
I thought I saw a commercial with like Rick Ross selling thighs.
I mean, honestly, with him owning like, I think he's like the majority owner of Wingstop. So 100%, if I'm gonna sell wings, I'm gonna sell thighs too. Fuck it, I got the fucking chicken here, but
yes, folks, we've got through the first little bit of Raw here, and it's been a good start as far as the not long, not drawn out, not boring. It clipped from one thing to the next. I mean, I don't know how I feel about Seth doing what he did, but I'm okay with it. We'll get there. Good start to the show.
Right. And I'll skip ahead here. But Victor, 100%, thank you very much for the super chat. KJ and Nick, we missed you guys for Collision. Well, we missed you guys. And that's 100% be a Victor because as you can see, not only did he do the super chat, he is also a member and everything as well. And that's how you exactly show up and show out. That's how you help support the channel, everything like that. 100%. To where we don't have to take these pauses for the causes of this is just what we do. We bring you even more. If we can just wake up and come out here and talk with wrestling with y'all.
Yeah, these 20-hour work days are killer.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a little bit.
right. Stadium is packed. Yeah, there you go. That's how you pack a building. And we've talked about the success of WWE in 2023. So
Right. Bobby with all the emojis. C Money. Which multicolored animal will fly out of Riddle's butt today? I didn't
I
catch it.
missed it. Anybody got an answer to that? I missed it. I wasn't paying attention to Mick Bro.
Right. Jason, what up? Hello, Big Nick White. NKJ Cody Rhodes versus Brock Lesnar is supposed to have a big stipulation. What are your thoughts? 3 stages of Valid SummerSlam. No, it's going to be a Texas bull rope or a strap on and strap in match. What?
Could it be a dog collar match? I heard Brock doesn't want to do a dog collar match.
I feel like that fits because I feel like Cody would really want to do a dog collar match, and Brock's like, "Ain't no way I'm doing a fucking dog collar match."
Brock's like, how do I not kill you in that situation?
Is there? So you get like an actual collar. I get a weightlifting belt around my neck. Like this doesn't work.
But yeah, folks, we will find out. Cody coming out tonight to address Brock, and we thought the story was for weeks now, Nick, that Brock and Cody were going to get the third showdown. And, I fully think Cody's going to go over as he then sheds Brock from his past. Another little tally on the scoreboard of earning his dues.
Right. Sorry, we were back from commercial break. Rhea's even walking down Damien right now and saying, you two need to start acting like men and squash it.
Who wears the pants in the Judgment Day? No doubt.
Oh,
no
mommy
doubt.
with that big mommy energy. What?
Right.
I just remembered Rhea telling a waiter no ketchup for Dom because it's too spicy. What are you doing in my swamp?
Right. So we got McBro in the ring, which I think Bobby said it. I like it.
That's so
McBro
good.
for the win. This is my big bro.
Big bro for the win. We doing thighs. Yes. Ain't nothing wrong with some thick thigh. What?
None.
Ain't no such thing as a damn wing shortage. They tried to. Oh yeah, we're all right.
Okay. Okay. Now we're getting political.
Yeah.
I'm just curious.
We're going off the rails too far. I know where the bumpers are when you're bowling.
Right. Yeah. This one made me laugh though. Yes, it was true at KJ, especially here in Florida, unless Rick Ross ain't
I'm Rick Ross, big buck. Huh. Well, speaking of thighs, they didn't ever show that the AW knee and thigh shot that Rick Ross, that high knee that he hit.
Yeah, that
never made air after everyone made fun of it on social media.
Right. JD has legit heat. No, they absolutely do have heat. All members have their own little bit of heat. Now, Finn may be the lesser of the bunch, but I mean, this dynamic that Rhea's in charge, bro. Calling shots, telling the boys to get along, knock their shit off.
Oh, 100%. Absolutely. And the thing is it's 100% believable, except like it fully makes sense. It's not one of those of, oh, really? We're going here? No, it 100% makes sense.
Keyshawn, next commercial, we will jump into this one. Okay.
I feel like I needed to pause and just let you jump into it, and then I'll come back afterwards.
Yeah. Well, next commercial, we'll get into what I feel.
Fair enough. There we go. But Joe Black's out here saying, no, mustard on the steak. Come on. Who's putting mustard on the steak?
Wait, what the
fuck? What type of sacrilege are we going on about here?
All right, folks. We will not only take your food preferences, we will also take the prediction on this match. Who wins, McBro or Imperium?
Ba-da-ba-ba-ba.
Aaron says, Imperium, let's go. Ludwig gonna Y on my hate shot list.
Oh, that's the correction.
Oh, there you go. Ludwig gonna stay on my hate list. Damn, McGee. I like Ludwig. He's doing well.
Oh, I think Imperium's great, and I like that they're actually all together on Raw. I think that this is an interesting pairing because do we get Drew versus Gunther at SummerSlam? Does Drew take the title off of Gunther and then cost him the streak, the Honky Tonk Man's record, or do we get to where Drew takes a loss on his first match back and then has to still work from underneath.
I mean, you could kind of give us both. I mean, you could. Everyone expects Drew to win on his big return and da 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 da. But Gunther's no slouch, and if you want to chop that tree down, you better start swinging that axe. So, if this carries out through Payback and other, I can't remember exactly when he's going to beat this record, but they could drag out a Drew. A mid-card storyline would be beautiful in wrestling. Please.
Well, absolutely. Well, I think that's what I like of it. And it's interesting that Drew came back and he didn't instantly go at Seth, because I think everybody had that pegged as that was the feud. Because if Drew was going with if we're going with the dirt sheets to where he was unhappy with booking that, well, then you want to put him into the biggest story that they've got versus a mid-card feud, which I'm not saying is a big, but it's relying on him to build it versus you're in a world title shot.
Fair enough. Dale has Riddle and Drew for the win. We'll skip that. Riddle, Drew, McIntyre for the win. Everyone's taking McBro.
Yeah.
There you go. Big shout out, Bobby.
Well, because you called them McBro, so now everyone's just got to go with the name.
I like it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they did a tandem McFloating bro.
You gave everyone that's been to a McDonald's like non-flashbacks that will when their ice cream machine's been out and everything right there.
Right.
I'd like a McFrosty or I'd like a McFlurry. And they're just like, well, we've got a McFloat over, bro.
Right. Joe Black, you're missing out, man. You should try it. We're still on the steak with mustard. That can't be a thing.
How about no, you crazy Dutch?
I had some really good steak this weekend. There was no condiments getting near it.
Bro, like we talked about earlier, I guess I'm on my Joe Rogan sugar honey iced tea of I was eating elk on Sunday, so
right.
Yeah, I'm not putting no goddamn mustard, no ketchup, no A1 on that shit.
Right.
Commercial break.
Another commercial. All right. Let's go back. I made a promise. I don't break my promises ever.
You're fine. I just need to find the thing because I feel like you need to have a moment here. There isn't a thing.
Go. What's up, Steve G? Folks, we are watching Monday Night Raw. We are in another commercial break. We got Drew McIntyre and the floating bro himself, Matt Riddle, in the ring. They are taking on Imperium. If you haven't made a prediction on that match, get it in. Let us know who you're taking. Gunther gets ejected.
Yeah, I'm right now getting Kareem Abdul-Jabbar on a commercial right now. But yes, we've got McBro, as you've labeled them now, which is just making me want some McNuggets here with the vitamins. At this point, I feel like we should just start asking people what your McDonald's order is. But all right, you have fun with this.
All right. But yes, we're rolling along to touch on Keyshawn real quick and keep the chat coming, guys. Keep it going. We love the chat around here, but we are in a break and we will touch on this because a lot of people were talking about this, kind of got the wrestling world up by storm a little bit as Jim Cornette, Matt Hardy, and Brian Last kind of all had it out. And if Keyshawn, you're asking our thoughts, well, my thought is first and foremost, it seems so fucking stupid. On both accounts. Like, to me, it's grown-ass man and, calling each other bitch ass and, oh, yeah, bitch ass. I mean, come on now. What are we doing? But at the end of the day, I mean, it's ridiculous. I think a lot of the points on both sides. I don't think Matt Hardy's at the point of his career where he gets to spout off. At the end of the day, again, people can say whatever they want about the wrestling, but Matt Hardy went public with what I feel is a stupid opinion that, the Dark Order, and again, it lends to this silo effect of, yeah, we'll tell each other we're doing great, and it doesn't matter what the ratings are. It doesn't matter how much people care. I talk to a lot of AEW fans, including myself, that have no interest in the Bucks and Hangman going up against the Dark Order and losing. Here's a time where I'm defending the Golden Boys. I don't want them to lose. I don't want them to take an L if they're going to be in that angle. If they're up against somebody formidable, Let's go. But again, both look stupid. And again, I believe that this idea that the toxic fan base, or listen, I listen to as many fucking minutes as I have. I listen to as much as I can, and I listen to a lot of Jim. I've told you guys this before. I only got involved with doing this shit because I hated Jim Cornette, because I had drank the AEW Kool-Aid. I couldn't wait for an alternative to WWE. I was right there for it. And then I keep seeing these quotes from Jim just beating on it. And I literally started an Instagram. Instagram led to a channel, led to another channel. Here we are. It literally, I could give a thank you to Jim Cornette because my hatred for him and my hate listening led to doing this. But we are back to the action, and I will touch on the action as well. Here's the thing. The more you listen to Cornette, the more you realize he's right about a lot of things. Not all the things. He is less critical, but of AEW, of WWE than he is of AEW, or he's softer on his criticism of WWE. That's for sure. It's no different than the Observer going out and everything he says is pro elite, pro elite, pro elite. They can do no wrong. Listen, the Bucks or the Elite versus Dark Order was not a fucking good situation. And Brian Last was right. Matt Hardy is terrible. Matt Hardy shouldn't be in the ring. Matt Hardy shouldn't be booked. He's taking up time from other people that should. The happiest guy in the arena when his brother came back was him, because it validated him. We've watched him fall on his head. We watched him have concussions. Listen, I'm not going to take anything away from a Hall of Famer, from a legend that was, but he's not that guy anymore. It's like the fucking Jericho syndrome, where pass the torch and get out of the way. If you're passing on knowledge or helping young talent, great. But at the end of the day, get out of the ring. It fucking sucks. Period. Now, to say Cornette's a mark for the WWE, no, because listen, he's a mark for MJF. He's a mark for CM Punk. He's a mark for Roman Reigns and the Bloodline. He is a mark for what he deems well. And there's times where he'll talk about a women's match or a Kenny Omega match where I completely disagree with him. He's completely offside. But a lot of the shit he talks about needing, nice assisted move. Vertical suplex. Bro down. Bro in distress. 10-18. Cornette had everything to do with the Montreal Screwjob. Yep. He had a lot to do with it. But it's been on the record that it was Triple H's idea. So let's not get twisted with that. That's way in the past. Let's bury it. Cornette at least did his time in the business. Brian Last is nobody. Man, listen, that's like saying Nick and I are nobodies. Brian Last is doing what he's doing, and he's put together the Arcadian Vanguard, and he should be very proud of that. And I commend the guy on doing what we're attempting to do. To say he has no right to have an opinion, the guy's watched all the wrestling, as much wrestling as he can watch. And for him to say that Matt Hardy is no longer relevant or doing what he needs to do in wrestling is not wrong, from a guy that's taken in a lot of it. Now, is he an expert like Jim? Maybe not. But nonetheless, I give him more validation than a lot of people. No, he's relevant anyway. Look at his numbers. He's more relevant than the company that he's shitting on, to be honest. He doesn't use Twitter. I think every once in a while they pick a fight with somebody just to get the numbers up, for sure. We all do it. Tony Khan does it on a daily. This channel does it. I think at the end of the day, it really doesn't, again, I think the pot and the kettle keep calling each other black. And at the end of the day, everyone's guilty of doing all the same shit. And like I said, when I got to listen to a guy like Jim, yeah, there's bias. Yeah, he's old school. Yeah, if you tune into some... Oh, Claymore! Ludwig back in. Oh. Drew doesn't know what to do. The timing of everything got screwed up. Mick Bro for the W. There we go. Definitely an old school mark, for sure. But he's not wrong. Guys, I think the easy answer is, well, they don't like our product, so they're toxic. And I think that's an easy out. We've had people show up in our chat. Oh, you guys are bad mouthing AEW. You hate AEW. Anybody that's watched more than, one stream would realize how open we are about the wrestling. I give everybody their dues. We give everybody their dues. But if you're curious about Raw, now that I'm ranting and raving, definitely a bit of a botched ending, but again, Imperium takes the loss. So there you go. PWI is also biased towards WWE, very much so. I don't know if it's biased though. Is it biased or is it just calling it the way they see it? And that was my point. Is I feel like the Bucks, Tony Khan, Chris Jericho, wow, Gunther giving the boys and shit. They're upset. Is a cop out. Oh, people are bitching. They don't like our product. But then you get things like ratings that support it. Then you get, where you can't sell domestic tickets very well. It's factual. When they ask for less bleeding, with less chaos, shitty booking, when AEW came out of the gate, guys, go back to listen to the early episodes of when Jim was talking about being excited about AEW, when they were talking about how much they like Cody Rhodes, that, they saw potential, but then that wore off. But now we're having a family meeting. Arguing on the internet is like, I don't want to read that. Sorry, I clicked on it. KJ didn't get my super chat last. Oh, shit, my bad. Fair enough. What was the rating of Collision? Like the TV rating? I do not know. But overall rating for the show, I hear it was like a 8, 9. People loved it, apparently. So Judgment Day going for a clean slate. So Finn says, let's have a clean slate. We're back to square one, but I get Seth first. I have issues. Interesting. Interesting. So Damian says, and either way, I got it covered because he's got that briefcase, folks. It'll be very, very interesting. Up next, the trial. The tribal court, the trial of the trial of the tribal chief. Easy for me to say. But yeah, Victor, I don't overall know. Maybe the chat will have a good idea. Yeah, no, it's part of his stick. It's part of his gimmick. But I genuinely believe he means a lot of what he said, and a lot of his public interactions would stand for that. Work this again. Connect you. I got that one.
Let's all go to court now. Dun, dun. Let's go make some law now. That shows you how good that segment is. That we're just gonna re-air it.
Yeah.
Just you guys can watch it again in case you missed it.
Yeah, go watch that. It's a good one. Matt Hardy started the whole beef, and that is part of this thing where people are like, Brian and Jim or blah, 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 blah. Matt didn't have any reason. All he could have just said was, great job, guys. Matt Hardy is also tweeting to keep himself relevant because Matt Hardy is fucking unrelevant. He spent a year on wrestling TV in the stairwell, being owned and buying contracts and owning other contracts that went nowhere.
I think at the end of the day, which Steve G, Boston, Damien, everybody, I think at the end of the day, this is just this is why pro wrestling is looked at times in the light that it is looked at, because you have this is such a childish fucking schoolyard argument. I feel at this point.
Yeah, like you bitch ass, like you like get the fuck. You guys are grown ass men,
but that's
like fucking losers.
Only AEW, and again, you can it's shots fired. No, it's there's a track record to show this. There's one company that allows this, and doesn't intervene, doesn't try and nip this in the bud, tries and just even privately messages the wrestler, the personality, whatever, and just shuts this down.
Question for everybody out there.
Go ahead.
If Brian Last or Jim Cornette tweeted about Seth Rollins, Roman Reigns, somebody in the WWE, what is the likelihood that they would respond with, "Oh yeah, you bitch ass, da 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 da"? We've seen it from Jericho. We've seen it from fucking
Jericho's done it at hotel staff. What are we talking about?
Yeah, no fucking kidding, right? Like the WWE wouldn't allow that kind of shit. Never mind like an online battle. Every once in a while, someone steps out, but then it gets pretty quiet pretty quick.
Right or wrong, however you want to view it, the fact that this is allowed to go on is to me an indictment on the way AEW is run. And I get all for, and I think you were touching on it a bit. And again, I'm sure we're going to get half a dozen people who are like, "Oh, you're just biased towards WWE."
No.
But that everyone wants to cheer for the underdog. Everybody loves the underdog. But when the underdog starts to lose and starts to lose clearly through no fault of their own, and like literally it's just they literally become outmatched, outmanned, outgunned, what have you, then it becomes, well, you can't poke it like they're still supposed to win because that's what we've wanted to happen.
Well, you said it for the longest time. It's goalpost moving, right? Like a lot of times, it's even the ratings things. Oh, you guys are idiots. The WWE fans bring up ratings. No, Tony Khan's bringing up ratings. Matt Hardy's bringing up the toxic fans. The toxic fans are the ones that tell you to die if you don't agree with the wrestling opinion.
I still hate that whole of all. There is still that element of the IWC. There's chapters of it, those parts of it that just suck. Honestly, respectfully, glad you not on any of that, but there's some that is just, it's terrible. That again, it shows the limelight of why wrestling gets covered and treated the way it is. Right, but all you have to do is say a fan base is toxic because they don't agree with you.
Like, it's that you throw it all
out. That's a stretch.
Yeah, Nick, and like you said, you and I have watched hours upon hours of AEW wrestling. You and I have popped and sung the praises of that company when good shit is happening. But when you're rolling fucking Jericho out on a main event, we're gonna say some bad shit. That doesn't make us toxic. That makes us honest. And you don't have to agree with us. Somebody could be sitting there with their pants around their fucking ankles, cheering their fucking ass off because Jericho's on the screen. It's just not us. It's not Brian Last. It's not Jim Cornette. And somebody said, "Oh, Jim has a problem with Moxley." I have a fucking problem with Moxley. I agree with 90% of what they say about him.
I would just like an argument in a discourse. Like I welcome, and I know we 100% welcome a discourse back and forth with it of Christ. Even we've been very vocal about a certain wrestler who's been very active on Twitter with Ryback, Ryan Reeves, and we've still welcomed him with open arms to sit there and try and come on the channel and everything like that. Of
feed us more.
At the end of the day, like we want to be as unbiased as we can be, as like you said of how, oh, well, Brian Last shouldn't have a say in this because he wasn't in the business. Well, no, so if he doesn't have a say, so then why does Meltzer have a say? Because Dave's just been doing it longer.
And what did Meltzer ever really do in the business?
Now except innovate different sheets. Yes, I know. I'll spark you to a whole other thing as we're getting a replay package of the tribal court, which everyone's still upset of the sacrilege, not just of the passing of the lay and everything from Roman today and the low blow, but what he did to those Nikes.
Yeah, right. What did you do to those? What did you do to the shoes?
Right.
But
we fucked up some Jordans.
But yes, if you guys want to, we'll save some of the AEW debate for later. The last thing I'm
that's when if you guys really want it, that's when we haven't talked about everything. We still got them big things popping, little things stopping. We got still plenty of tricks up our sleeve.
We're definitely gonna have to take this to court. Yeah.
Right. Let's go to court. But we also still got the membership, still got the obviously subscribe to the channel. We still got the Discord, the Twitters, we got the TikToks, everything. So 100% of we got all your certain ways, and maybe we just need to do even a members only type thing. If we just we hash this out, we have a meeting of the minds here.
Well, truthfully, the last thing I'll say about this, and then I got to go call my lawyer, is that
is it just a Serpo Bird lawyer?
It might be a simple one, but I mean, when you're sitting at 365,000 subscribers on YouTube alone, you're doing something, and if that's a substantial amount of people, like just under the amount that watches Rampage agrees with this particular gentleman. They all can't be toxic, guys. There's some really smart people in that group, and it goes both ways. That's all. Just watch and be happy.
Yeah, well, at the end of the day, it's just being open-minded. As KJ goes and calls Stephen P. New, if you know, you know. But yeah, we're literally just getting a highlight reel of the tribal core and pretty much anything that was worth paying attention to on SmackDown, as we got initially Jey Uso stretchered off, and now we're getting the replay of him coming out. So we're very much getting Jey Uso versus Roman Reigns for the undisputed Universal World Heavyweight. Is it for the 1 belt or is it for the 3 belts? But we're getting those two at it at SummerSlam, and it's so, to me, it's just interesting. It's so weird because out of the two of them, I guess if we're gonna pick one that would be literally main event Jey Uso, it would be him. But I still want to see that whole kind of singles feud like I thought we were gonna get initially between Roman and Jimmy, because it would just, to me, it would be a nice little coup de grace, nice little extra touch of respectfully. We've seen the Jey storyline. It was good, so I have no problem running it back. But if we got Jimmy, be a nice little touch. As I've got KO and Sammy backstage. So again, like I said, another reason why KJ had to go and take a pause for the cause here, because he's got to be featured in this backstage segment here. Alexis, are you saying you're 1-0 or are you giving us a 10? I don't know. Could be either. The Miz will win. Richard's out here. The Rock Creek Fruit Punch Soda hitting a spot about now. Well, there you go. You're going to have to send me that recipe because that sounds delicious. If I'm out here, as we've already established, if I'm out here with, Nick's secret stuff, very much like MJ and Space Jam. And we've got Dom and Rhea squaring up to KO and Sammy. Nobody follows the rules. Nobody follows the unwritten rules. You can't just walk up here. That's become such a great little touch, and it's a callback, I guess, to KO, how he was before. Literally just, he spontaneously just loses his mind, but it works perfectly. Like, literally, I feel like Kevin Owens is a professional wrestler. These two, Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, would work perfectly, I feel, on SNL, or even, as we kind of are partial to, of whose line is it anyway, but just the improv that these guys can do. Is Kevin Blackwood and Matt Cardona good signings by MLW KJ? Yes and yes, I think those are both good signings by MLW. I don't see where there would be fully a debate here. Don't sound so surprised, WWE. Triple H always does filler BS. What? What am I surprised about? J-Boy saying MLW. What? Who is this Mandy Rose clone? I don't know who we're talking about right now, because right now I've got Sammy whispering into KO's ear. So it looks like we could be seeing Sammy and KO later on tonight, but I've got Judgment Day's intro again for the second time in an hour. We're getting Dom and Seth Rollins kicking or in the final quarter of the first hour, or is this going to carry over into the second hour? But I've got Dominic Mysterio coming out right now. in this interesting hybrid of like, obviously his father's old kind of more WCW gear, but we've got, you know, the tasseled boots and everything and the tasseled pants, very much a la Eddie Guerrero. Why? 1-0. Okie dokie 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 dokie. Kevin Owens' beard kind of remind his beard, not his beer. I've Kevin Owens had a beer. I feel like we hashtag want to be sponsored. By the way, Kevin, if that's an option, do it. Kevin Owens' beard kind of reminds me of Jim the Anvil and Neidhart. Not quite. I mean, a little bit. I mean, so then does KJ's remind you of that? What? As we're in a commercial after we've got Dominic Mysterio coming out right now. So if you haven't done so already, let me know your predictions for this match. If you haven't done so already, be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe. Because again, as we've talked about, and you see the discourse, you see the discussion that we're all, you know, we'll debate any topic, I feel like, at this point. So be a friend, tell a friend, let everybody that you know that this is the place you need to be when it comes to pro wrestling. Because we still, like I said, if as much as we let you in on, we still got tricks and aces up our sleeves. We still got big things popping, little things stopping up. The something season never sleeps. What in the fucking name of Lion King do I have right now on a Hyundai commercial? Seth for the win, says Alexis. Damon says Seth will win. So I assume KO and Sammy versus Dom Priest at SummerSlam. Interesting. Dale says got Seth for the win. Who's Blackwood? Why? I know about Backwoods. I don't know exactly what you're getting at, but fair enough. It's Seth versus Dum Dum. Seth will win, says Bobby. Richard, Seth will get a smart move again. That's a very interesting way to say that Seth will win. Fair enough. Terrence, do you think it messes with Rhea Ripley's self-confidence that she outweighs Dominic? Terrence, does it mess with your self-confidence that you needed to ask that question? I wonder, because I don't get why that's a question. Fair enough. Bash 8, long time indie guy from Buffalo. Little flippy guy with tats on every inch of his body. Who are we talking about? C-Money. Who are we talking about? I got Prime Day for the win. Who? John for a win by interference is bonkers. Bastard, thank you. Clay, what's up, KJ and Big Nick? I'm going to watch NASCAR. Why? The weekend college football season to start back up. Why? Well, I think it's still a hot minute before college football starts back up. Christ, I'm still out here doing rookie drafts in my fantasy football league and everything, which, by the way, you know, shout out Matt, Wyatt, and Sean and everybody else in my fantasy football league. But yeah, 100%. I'm interested, and I'll side note, if y'all want to do a fantasy football league with us, because I'd be down for that. But anyways, you out here watching NASCAR? NASCAR is on a Monday night. Well, I don't believe that, sir, but I appreciate you being here. Kind of wish they kept pushing Alpha Academy and have them dethrone KO and Sammy in a multi-team match. Please no. But I thought also too was advertiser at least hinted at that we were going to get a Maxine Dupuis appreciation ceremony, and we're getting an Indusher / Jinder Mahal video package right now, and I swear to God, I thought this was like in Judgment Day or something. This is just getting them over so fucking good. Honestly, this is such a good way to build them. And it's so interesting because Jinder's still a guy who I would still believe if he could go all of that, I still would want him to go. He's a former world champ, everything like that. But even him right here, just, you know, the manager 100% to Sanga and Veer in the shirt, and how they have him just, the Everwise behind it. Like that's a good way. The Raw tag team division is fantastic. I just wonder and wish almost if they would split the belts and we could have it, unless you're going to carry it across the board, at least have it show by show. But I've got Seth Rollins coming out right now. But you can give me a thumbs up, a thumbs down right now on what you think on Indusher being a credible tag team on the main roster, or especially on Monday Night Raw. So we got the sing along Seth Rollins. Got that. Dom for a win by interference. Got that. I got that one. I'm behind. Mike, what up? Saying Seth wins. Jason, Seth wins. Finn Balor versus Damian Priest for Money in the Bank briefcase. When? What? WWE Universe sings his hymn. What? Oh! And instantly Dom bum rushes Seth here. We couldn't get through the full sing-along. Seth for the win. Jake, what up? John Mark Glodkowski. I don't know why I wanted to just go and pull into New England Patriot mode and start calling you something Gronkowski here. But what up, my guy? Appreciate you. And we're out into the crowd. Seth still got his, his furry leather jacket on us. Oh, we've got the rest of Judgment Day. We've got Damian and Finn jumping Seth here. I like that. I like that Binder promo, though. Fair enough. Alexis, respectfully. The crowd is just literally chanting, Dom, you suck right now. That's all the chanting, even though it's Damian Priest. Oh, so we're gonna get a 6-way tag match. That's what I know we're gonna get here. We're gonna get Seth Rollins, Kevin Owens, and we're gonna get Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and Seth Rollins versus Finn Balor, Damian Priest, and Dominic Mysterio, as we've got KO and Sammy out here right now. Trying to even the odds. We've got Seth swinging a chair. And of course, I bet you we're going to go to commercial break and, Dom needs a chair, but we're going to set up for a 6-way tag match. Of course we are. I need to see these guys wrestle actual competition that aren't jobbers. Unfortunately, though, I think the Viking Raiders will be fed to them. Well, that depends also on what you think of the Viking Raiders. If you think they're a legitimate team, or you think they're jobbers, as we've got the crowd singing along again with Seth Rollins. So, like I said, I think we're going to set up for a commercial. We're going to end up with a 6-man tag, or we just go back to the commentary table, which is Corey Graves and I guess at this point the ghost of Kevin Patrick. So we're just going to no sell that, no mention that, as we transition to replaying what was a botch spot that transitioned into a Spanish fly, or an attempt at a Spanish fly between Ricochet and Logan Paul, to where I still find it funny of Logan Paul saying, I think he was unprofessional with that. Yeah, okay, pal. But so we're getting the face-to-face coming up next. So again, like I said, we were going to get Seth versus Dom, but I feel like that's either setting up to a 6-man tag match later on, or we've just put that by the wayside. But we're setting up for the face-to-face between Logan Paul and Ricochet. And is anyone out there disappointed that it's not Logan Paul versus LA Knight? It's sad the Bollywood boys are better talents than Indusher. No, because that's not accurate. I would say I would disagree with that statement 100%. Lex is saying thumbs up. What? Some parent didn't get the prime drink memo at ringside. What? Seth just got jumped. Yes, so I'm behind. Really, a 6-man tag. I feel like that's what we're getting out of here. better. TJ Dom could get a mid-card title run out of this gimmick, 100%. Well, and he's featured on Raw because shit. Well, does he go IC title? Does he get an IC title reign? I could maybe see it if we get the title on a Drew. I could maybe see to where Dom ends up with an IC title run off of that and then gets him over more as a heel. I could see it maybe more as a US title, but that's on SmackDown. No 6-man. No. Good. Debatable. Unknown. To be determined. Why isn't Logan Paul in the NBA? Because he doesn't play basketball, Terrence. That would be why. I want to see KO and Sami Zayn, Seth Rollins versus Judgment Day in the main event of Monday Night Raw. Well, I feel like we might get that. It hasn't been technically announced yet, but we might get that. How many JD segments? All of them. All of them. They are the top act. They are the top faction. As much as the Bloodline is the top faction on Friday Night SmackDown, Judgment Day is the top faction on Monday Night Raw. Blue, green, and pink prime aren't bad. I don't know. I haven't tried. Larry, what up? We've got Larry on Larry action, or has the other Larry shown up yet? Or Mo and Curly. Maybe I'm reaching, but I think that before too long, I don't know exactly when, that either Finn Balor or Damian Priest will turn on the Judgment Day. Well, if that was the most ambiguous statement I've ever heard of, I don't know when and I don't know where or how or who, but someone will turn on the Judgment Day. But I get you there, Ev. I think that there's the potential there, but they already kind of kicked Edge out. Speaking of kicking people out, what?
Speaking of potential.
It's
always the positive.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, it looks like they're really trying to build up the dissension amongst the Judgment Day, Nick, and I think we're gonna get a 6-man tag later now.
Maybe, allegedly, supposedly.
Right. We'll see. What about the notion that is Eichner getting kicked out of
when the hell did that happen?
Well, there was that Gunther gave them shit for losing, and Ludwig seemed to look at Eichner like it's his fault, and then he kind of walked off. Like, very interesting.
I think that's a stretch and a half. Like, I hope you didn't pull your back out with that one.
I don't know, man. I don't know what they're doing here. It'll be very interesting. But yeah, Gunther's definitely not happy.
Well, we've got the skinny
massive news for Buffalo.
Right.
Oh, here it is. The main event.
6-man tag, like we talked about while you were on your little pause there.
But you're getting 3 belts on the line, like, involved, not on the line, but involved. I can live with this. Decent. I think I mean, maybe under the circumstance that things got changed around, but I mean, I don't think you needed as many segments as we got to get to this point. But hey,
it's not bad. It very much. It's, again, I think it'll be a good match, and it progresses a lot of the story and everything.
Right.
It's in no way a bad match. It's just, you advertise this one thing, and then you give us.
Well, I'd rather have the 6-man tag than another match with Dom.
Fair enough.
But here comes Rick O'Shea.
Yeah.
We've seen this main event. It's a true story. We did right after the night after.
A little bit.
Oof. Judgment Day runs Raw. Judgment Day has become a huge part of Mondays, for sure.
All right.
Yes, that is happening, Damien. I'm with you.
100%. Well, so how do you feel that it's this match instead of LA Knight versus Logan Paul?
I was okay with it not being LA Knight as long as they have a plan for LA Knight. Now, he was conspicuous by his absence on Friday, so we'll see. But as long as they have a plan.
But see, to me, with one of those of when you have a star that burns so bright, do you really want to put it toe to toe in the same stratosphere, in the same atmosphere as the sun, that it's going to just get drowned out and shown out.
Yeah,
You wait until we don't have a lesser moment with the bloodline, with Roman Reigns, with all of that. And that's when LA Knight shines.
Right. All right. I'm down for Logan Paul versus Ricochet at SummerSlam. All right. LA Knight versus Theory. I'm out. Listen, this has been rumored. It's been
I've heard it. I've heard it's worked the house shows lately.
That's very interesting. I like that. And then if it was LA Knight Carlito,
no, you do Carlito going after Austin Theory.
Interesting.
In the face of people who don't want to be cool, but then I think you rebury Austin Theory a bit. He starts to slide then.
I think I'm personally okay with Theory kind of just taking a breath, and then bring him back. He's young. We don't want to be sick of him.
Fair enough.
But Ricochet got in a promo. When was the last time we got a Ricochet promo, guys?
I feel like we might have gotten it before, but we just didn't remember it. But I am a fan of Ricochet. I know he started to get more vocal about, I don't get the same pushes, the same opportunities. Well, yes and no. If you've gotten pushes and you've gotten opportunities, it's how much do you still seize it?
That's true, right? And the concern for him is, can he cut compelling promos? And I think more guys need to find a way to, play along with the audience.
Right. But I think him versus Logan Paul sets up to be honestly a show stealer of the night on SummerSlam. To me, it goes all the way even back to when they had that crossbody spot, and they literally hit each other midair. And now you've got it tied into a mid-rope Spanish fly. Like every moment with this whole feud's tied into honestly high spots.
Yeah, I mean, we're gonna get some high spots on, at a match, but I think part of it is I like the fact that Logan's selling it in the sense of like this dangerous prick. He almost killed me.
Well, it would be fitting that the celebrities viewing as, the wrestler was unsafe with me, all of that.
Mm-hmm. No, I like it. I mean, I'm okay with these two. And again, the assumption I had going into Money in the Bank, Nick, was that, it's Logan Paul. He's a celebrity. He's going to win the Money in the Bank. He was my pick for that reason. And clearly, they didn't give him the layup. So I'm okay with this.
But they didn't, let alone did they not give him a layup. They sat here and he got laid up through two tables. So
right. But for the people who hate Logan Paul, A, he's a good heel for that reason. And B, I don't think that he's failed to produce in the ring. So I kind of don't care.
Oh, well, there was the whole talk to where he sat there and he was hitting a better buckshot lariat than Hangman Page and everything. Like, all due respect, and the comparisons to Bad Bunny are valid, but still, we've seen Logan Paul do more quote unquote pro wrestling, especially lately, than Bad Bunny has done the entire time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no, for sure. And it's hard to argue, but I think you are going to go try and refresh your shit.
Yeah, you're good. You did it the other way.
All right, Nick's taking a quick pause, guys. We are rolling along right now. Ricochet and Logan Paul are having a little conversation, and we're about an hour into Raw now. So far, not a bad show. I'm not jumping out of my seat yet, but not bad. I agree. That'd be nice. Got that one. Ricochet called the cops on Paul. Did he? Carlito versus Grayson Waller. I could see that being a good show. And again, listen, you have a lot of options for Carlito. Shit, if he showed up on Raw and went after that champion, it might work for me. So I have no complaints. I'm just happy Carlito's coming back. What is this man's doing to me? Comedy heat for Logan Paul. Interesting. Logan Paul versus Ricochet. Yes. Send Theory to NXT. It's not a bad shout, artist. I mean, he could go down there and be a champ and carry that belt for a while, spice things up a little bit. But I'm okay with Logan Paul not Logan Paul, Theory. We've got a lot of Theory. If someone takes that belt, he'll win other titles. He will. I love Prime signing. Send the Judgment Day to SmackDown battle AJ Styles and Edge. I don't know if I want that. What's going on, Trevor? How you doing? Welcome back. Good to see you. Like I said, folks, we got a kind of a showdown between Paul and Ricochet. Ricochet with the mic drop. Logan Paul does not belong in the WWE ring. Let's face it. I disagree, Terrence. I do. I don't have a problem with him. And I mean, for all the wrestling we watch, Logan Paul doesn't disappoint. At the end of the day, he's a decent promo. He's a good heel. Right? This dude's about replaying clips. And when Logan Paul has got in the ring with Seth Rollins, with even Roman Reigns, he was perfectly fine in that ring. I think, oh, here he goes. We're getting the Velveteen Dream moment. I like it. Decent pop. That was cool for a TikTok. Yeah, I don't know, Terrence. I don't know if I can go all the way with you. As a dude, as a YouTuber, don't have much time for Logan Paul, but I think he's come into WWE and done exactly what he needs to do. Oh! Ricochet! Selena Del Sol. Logan down. Have that for your TikTok, Logan. I'm okay with this, guys. I really am. And all the residuals that come with Logan Paul is nothing but money for the WWE. Ricochet need to work on his promo. Yeah, it's very generic. It's very, especially, again, it's that typical babyface one. He doesn't exactly find a way to get the crowd out of their feet, or crowd onto their feet or out of their chairs. And I think that's what hinders me with Ricochet. It's kind of like Apollo Crews, same way. Talented guy, just they come out and talk, right? They come out and give a squeaky clean promo. Like they come out and it's a monologue. I think they would be better served if they could find ways to talk to the crowd, even if it's just Q&A, obvious shit, so that the crowd can cheer. You give them a reason to pop instead of coming out and just talking, right? Make the crowd come along for the journey. And I think they sat on their hands a little bit there. Even when he flipped over the top rope, I don't think it got the biggest of pops. People were kind of like, okay. What's going on, Trevor? I think I said that already. Gotta love an outsider calling someone in the business unprofessional. Again, it adds to it, you're right? And I agree. As far as storyline goes, someone mentioned kayfabe a second ago, Steve G. I think it works, right? That's the irony of it all, right? It's like Dom saying, he did hard time, and whoever he's up against, his dad or everybody, they don't understand, right? But we're getting the graduation ceremony of Maxine Dupuis. Okay. Here comes Becky. Interesting. Game time decision. I thought I would really hate Logan Paul in WWE, but he's so natural at all of it, at all of this. All his talents suit this, and the WWE can smoke and smoke and mirrors anybody, and they don't really have too much with him. Guys, C Money, I agree with all of that. A big chunk of that, sir. The reason I agree with it is simple. It's like Ronda Rousey, right? They're not, Logan's not the first person to come in from somewhere else. But the WWE, as you said, they can cover it with smoke and mirrors. And at the end of the day, if he performs, I don't care who you are, perform, right? If Jungle Boy came out with the swagger, attitude, confidence, and ability that Logan Paul just did, I'd support Jungle Boy or whoever. Pick the person, right? Like I said, another example is like, Apollo Crews, Ricochet. They got to find that moment. And I even joked that Jake Paul is a bigger troublemaker than Logan. So at the end of the day, I don't see, is he a Hall of Famer? Are we like rating a Legends ticket for this guy? No. Green, still figuring it out. But I would argue he's at a higher level than some people who have been doing this as their career for a long time. Yeah, exactly. There you go. Ricochet needed some luck on this one. But yeah, Ricochet, very flat, very like, just tell the people what you think. And Logan Paul comes out with an attitude. And that's what you need. Babyface or heel, you got to have some swagger. You got to have some confidence. You got to have the ability to dig into that promo. And I said it, you got to get the fans reacting. Even if you use a fan's reaction as a pause, right? We got Big Nick, the what's, right? You find a reason for them to talk to you, to get involved, to feel a part of what you're saying. And when you start getting those crowd reactions, your boss starts noticing. If you're sitting in Gorilla and the crowd sitting on their hands or running to grab a drink or hitting the bathroom, whether he's talented or not, it's a two-sided business. It's a two-sided sword. They got to find a way to work both. No more Logan Paul in the WWE, so Terrence ain't having any of it. Logan Paul is exciting to watch, but he shouldn't have a title. I agree. He's a slight step up from Dave Arquette. No, my guy. I'd say others are steps up. We've seen other steps up from Dave Arquette, but I think Logan Paul and Dave Arquette aren't in the same sentence at this point. I thought they were going to give him the Money in the Bank, and I possibly thought that could also lead to him winning the title, which would shock the world. And I wondered if the WWE was going to use the marketing abilities of Logan Paul and the fact of being on all these, in all these publications and all these sites as the new champion. Would that be enough to have the WWE look past some of his inexperience? The fact that the fans think that Logan Paul doesn't belong there or they don't like him is perfect. That's what they want. That the WWE is not thinking, oh shit, did you see people on Twitter think Logan Paul doesn't deserve this? No, they see that and they go, great, book him more. Book him more. Put him in angles. Make him prove them wrong. 1, 2, the more they hate it, the more they're going to tune in to boo it. And that's it. The people aren't turning off the WWE because they don't like things. They keep tuning in and hoping for more. And a good population of the ratings on Mondays and Fridays are people hate watching. So they can jump on the internet and tell everybody how much the 3 hours of their life they just wasted suck. It doesn't make sense. Enjoy the wrestling. But I think as long as he's getting a reaction, he's good to go, Mark. Keeping him away from the belt was good for them, was smart. I'm happy he didn't win. I wanted LA Knight to win. I thought he was going to win. Damian Priest won. Who knew? Human highlight reel? No, absolutely. Hard to argue with that, Trevor. And I love that spot. I know it kind of got played down, but it's a big spot. Speaking of
played down.
Played down.
I was almost going to say, speaking of human highlight reel, but I was like, oh, that's too much. But yeah, no, I'm excited for this. I think, like you said, as much as Logan Paul doesn't fit, that's every reason why he does fit.
Right.
It's if Mike Tyson could sit there and could go work a fucking 20-minute match with Stone Cold.
Yeah, man. Yeah, no, I completely agree. Like, I think there's been examples. And, dude, we saw matches with Snoop Dogg, which, I mean, WrestleMania was fucking hilarious. Kudos.
Well, that's some blown quads and everything.
But, you know, I mean, we saw him in AEW come off the top rope and it was laughable. We saw Shaquille O'Neal. Again, to me, Logan Paul's a guy who's taking this serious. He's training. He knows what a fucking lockup is. He knows what a takedown is. And then he can give you these he's not afraid to go from the top rope through a table. How many celebrities are coming in and doing that shit?
He's a more athletic Pat McAfee, and I say that with all due respect.
I like
As
that
much
too.
as Pat treated this with respect and did it on the commentary table, I think Logan's doing that in the ring. And by the way, we've got Zoe Starks versus Becky Lynch going on, and we've got Zoe coming out with your girl Trish Stratus looking like a fine dime piece.
Mask or no mask, I don't give a shit.
Yeah, she's a Canadian loony and a toonie. They're tiny, they're toony, they're all together loony. But it is cartoony, they're enjoying.
She's got goat on her arm. Who does?
Becky, because her whole little outfit, she had like stuffed goats paws on her shoulder pads there.
Okay, there you go.
So we're getting Becky versus Zoe Starks, the match beyond, the match that shouldn't have happened, that is happening. So you can let us know your predictions, Watt.
So apparently she was medically cleared at some point.
Yeah, it doesn't matter whether it was 5 minutes before. Yeah, you're good. Chef saying, what up?
What up, Chef?
Becky for the win. Hassan, what up, my guy? Hi there, guys. Was your weekend going? Well, our weekend has ceased to be, but it went well.
Mine ended a couple hours before stream, so there you go.
I was gonna say, unfortunately, it has ceased to be, but yeah.
Right. There's another one coming around.
Oh, what comes around is all around, Ricky. Steve saying, let's go, Starks. Trish Stratus gets involved and Becky for the win. Ooh, so you're calling for the interference and Becky still wins. Becky babyface.
Yeah, I think Becky wins this some way. I agree with Terrence.
Oh, I think we're setting up to. I think we get the interference and then we still get Starks wins, whether it's even a DQ or anything like that, to where Becky takes it out here. I think we're. Do we set up to a 2-on-1 match at SummerSlam or just a 1-on-1, or do we get a tag team match? Player holla holla holla, and we get Lita back at SummerSlam.
Aaron said he's behind the commentators. He's the guy. I'm the new green shirt guy. There you go. All right, Aaron, we're watching for you.
Right. And you know how you could stand out even more is if you go ahead and you got yourself a Wrasslin for Life Network t-shirt, or if you were even you wanted to be advantageous and adventurous and everything, you could be like our sign guy there that we had at WrestleMania and everything. But at least if you had a Wrasslin for Life Network t-shirt, and even if you brought a Sharpie sign and everything like that. But yeah, we'll be keeping an eye out here for you.
Nice quality shirts, folks. Get yours today. And more coming. We're going to add more.
I don't know why, but when you're like, nice quality t-shirts, all I can think of is like Tommy Boy. I'm like, oh yeah, I could get a good picture of a T-bone steak by sticking my head up a cow's ass, but I'd rather take the butcher's word for it.
What you got there are some good old breaks.
Right. And the corner shows up of, oh my God.
That's amazing.
100%. Now I gotta fall asleep to that movie. But we're in commercial break, and I feel like KJ might be taking a pause for the cause here.
No, I'm good. I'm rolling.
Okay.
Little bit.
Fair enough.
Yeah. I'm the new
Trevor. What up? Going with Becky Oso. He's going with the Ocho. Bold strategy card. Right. Let's see how it plays out for him.
We'll see. I think Becky has to beat Starks here. I mean, again, I almost feel like SummerSlam in Detroit. That's like, how long is Trish staying? Does anybody have any pulse? Has anyone on the internet made up that story yet? How much more Trish are we getting?
No one's talked about that because no one wants her to go away. So we just don't talk about it. It's like one of those of like, well, when you talk about like the end of like the Christmas holidays of, we just don't talk about that because we don't want to go away. I just want all of the Trish.
All the Trish. I'm good. Keep her coming. Let's go.
Right. You don't want that stratisfaction, especially on a hot summer's day. You don't want some stratisfaction.
At the way she looks right now, I think we'll be good to watch her for another 8 to 10 years.
Oh, it's time to rock and roll.
Let's go. Tag match at SummerSlam. So a lot of people are surmising that Lita, which could be tonight. I mean, we have a situation where she's outnumbered at the ring.
Could be. Well, because Lita's been out for a hot minute, but it's been, when do you bring her back into the fold?
All right. Boston doesn't like Zoe's finisher. That's like I think it's not bad. It's like the reverse go to sleep kind of.
A bit. Well, it's also, I think that there's worse finishers in pro wrestling, a la Grayson Waller. I'm looking at you, but
yeah, well, man, Grayson Waller ate shit on Friday, and I was pumped because Edge did exactly what every wrestler should do when that guy goes for his finisher: is just wait for him to roll in and drill him with a spear and pin him. Bye.
But it shows the weak point and the overdoneness, I guess, when it comes to his finisher and everything.
It's just dumb.
He's a total package. Not quite Lex Luger, but everything the only thing that's missing is a halfway decent finisher.
Yeah, I just wish they would change that one up. And we've seen a lot of cutters, a lot of stunners, a lot of that ilk, right? So I would be okay with him trying to be a little more creative on that, coming up with something else. Same thing, like I give Gacy shit for the same thing. Like, why are you running away from your opponent to do your finisher? It's stupid.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I'm a simple guy. I like high impact finishers.
I want to see Lita and Becky versus Trish and Zoe at SummerSlam. Fair enough.
It's possible. I don't know if I want to see it, like, as far as like, oh, like, that's gonna be awesome. I don't think it will be.
Right. The unprettier should be his finisher. I don't think so.
Seen a few of those kicking around, but yeah.
It's dangerous in my opinion. I can't see her being able to do that to everyone's safety. It's kind of one of those finishers that you never know how it will end. Fair enough.
There's times where it looks sloppy.
But is that just on simple in-ring experience? Because we do still have to remember she's through the NXT process. She's not, an established name on the main roster. It's not even, I don't think that she was really like a super standout on the indies that had, a decade's worth of experience before she got in there.
Right. Baseball slide by Becky on Zoe as she walks the apron.
Well, I've got almost a hammer fist there off the apron as Becky's now just throwing Starks into the barricade.
WWE is planning 11 matches for SummerSlam this year. I could be okay with that overall. I mean, again, one of the big four. Okay.
Fair enough. And I feel like they'll still maybe, hopefully, fingers crossed, slide one or two of those onto the pre-show and maybe it'll balance it out.
And one of the matches is going to be like a fucking 2-minute match, or there'll be a couple swerves in there where you're, it's 11 matches, but one of them was short as shit. The other one wasn't so short, wasn't so long. So they'll
right.
I think they're going to stick to their very, very, what's the word? Cookie cutter format.
But do they really do that when this has become probably one of the biggest built up and most anticipated SummerSlams in a hot minute? I would say.
I think so. With everything going on in wrestling right now, Nick, and I feel like there is a buzz, and that is partly a shout out to Tony and crew for what they've done for pro wrestling, undeniably. And I mean, I think it's a fun summer. I mean, Wembley's at 75,000 tickets sold. Apparently,
two count.
Nice tumble. But yeah, I mean, I think this is a highly anticipated SummerSlam. I think we had a highly anticipated Money in the Bank. So to their credit, I mean, like we say, WWE has had a really strong 2023 from a business standpoint and from a popularity standpoint. The product's they've done really well on the pay-per-views.
Oh, absolutely. Well, like you were saying, on top of that, I think this summer is set up to be a really big summer, a huge summer when it comes to pro wrestling as a whole. But like we were talking about earlier with people backing with a 2 count, But as much as people we were saying, oh, you're WWE partial or whatever, but you can't deny when somebody's on a fucking heater. Right now, WWE's on a goddamn heater.
Yeah. And again, we sit here and there's nights where we rate a show 4 out of 10, 5 out of 10, and we're not really happy with what they've done, but it doesn't
Right. Roll up.
stop their momentum. Oh,
well, the money you mentioned, even Money in the Bank. Oh, that was fucking clean of a spinning back kick.
Wow.
That's the thing that makes Zoe Starks who Zoe Starks is because still she can hit something that just seems super impressive and super impactful,
Right.
just out of the blue, just middle of the match, just spinning back heel kick, just like it's nothing.
Right. WWE needs to quit going to low budget towns like Michigan, and why go to a losing city? That's not very nice, Kenny.
What in the?
They go everywhere, and then I mean, shit.
Are you from Ohio, Kenny? Because I feel like you're from Ohio. If you're like, oh, they need to stop going to like Michigan and everything, like just to hell with Detroit. Like, yeah. Oh, this is where Trish is getting involved here.
They got a little
developed tactics.
Oh, wait. Zoe with the punch to the back of the head. There. Oh, she caught it.
Right. Oh, no. Yep.
Oh, Trish in the face, not the face.
Oh, anything but the face, but we got a small package.
It's over.
Oh, that was so close, though. So
I'm wrong.
Like I said, of halfway there.
I take a
Trish didn't intend to interfere, but because Trish was there to cause the distraction, Zoe gets the roll up for the 1, 2, 3.
Dude. Trish. Yeah, okay. So what do I know? So does this lead to like Becky needs a friend, right? Because she just took an L. Zoe is absolutely solid.
Right. Trevor saying Zoe is solid. Yeah, 100%. Keyshawn saying, you think Tony has some YouTubers in his pocket? I don't think he has YouTubers. I think he has Dave Meltzer. I think he has Will Washington. I think he has people on the fucking payroll, let alone in his pocket. Yeah.
I think to an extent, but I think everybody does. I mean, you got the,
Fair enough.
mean, that's why I love what we do because we question it in a way that we're not really committed to anybody. I don't have anyone to say sorry to at the end of the day. And you see these press.
Are you sure as a Canadian you don't have anyone to say sorry to?
Yes.
Okay. Fair enough. Tabernacle.
But yeah, man, I think that I think both companies use the media to their advantage as much as they can. And you see these softball questions, Nick, and these like fucking all these fucking reporters. Like, I love you so much. I love your work. You're like, just ask a question.
But that's the whole thing is stuff like that to me that's Tony putting on of doing what every kid when we were growing up as teenagers, as preteens, all of that played, had all the action figures and everything like that, and was flipping through Nitro and Monday Night Raw of like, imagine if I sat there and I had a press conference and I'm explaining after my big pay-per-view that I booked, and I had Kane in 27 matches and shit like that. Like, yeah.
Right. Listen, this made me laugh. I live in Michigan. Michigan has a very long, strong wrestling history, going back to guys like the Sheik and we talk about Windsor and how much wrestling we see in that neighborhood, and Killer Kowalski,
Sabu, RVD, from Battle Creek, Michigan.
Right. So I mean, yes, and Kenny be nice.
Well, and even then, I'm still. Respect to Michigan. I mean, it's the bridge, it's the pathway between our two countries. So
right,
yeah. It's the glove of peace between U.S. and Canada.
I mean, there's anyway. Moving on before I make a joke that I can't take back.
You're fine. Well, as we're going into speaking of jokes that you can't take back, we're talking about the Detroit Lions. What? Pause. Are kicking off the NFL season this year on prime time with Kansas City, as Cage is taking a pause. Bills top 4 team in the NFL. Kenny on too many vitamins. Yes, 100%. Let's go Buffalo. 100% of I'm incredibly excited for the Bills season this year. I'm incredibly excited for Kansas City. Seattle's also a team that I think is going to surprise a lot of people. And these are in no ways teams that I'm big fans of, but we've also got Baltimore with, OBJ making his return. But yeah, the Detroit Lions are going to be an interesting team. I kind of like Dan Campbell. If he's very much that old school, and we're going to, bite their kneecaps type head coach and everything. Yeah, Lions versus Kansas City. I got to take Kansas City with that. You better hope the Detroit Lions don't face the Baltimore Ravens. Well, see, Terrence, there you go. You beat me to the punch there. I was explaining how Baltimore's going to be a team to deal with. And see, I'll even tie it into David and Jobus if we're going to go fully tying in Michigan and Baltimore. I think we're going to start getting back to where we get a bit of that scary kind of Ravens team with a defense and a very much a super interesting offense of Zay Flowers, OBJ, and then Lamar. I think that's a hell of an offense to be dealing with if you're any type of defense, especially in the NFC North. Every wrestling promotion has their YouTubers. I am one and proud to say, go UWN. Well, fair enough, Steve. Well, I guess we didn't get the memo or the payoff of we're still waiting for that, compensatory check to clear or whatever, because whether it be WWE, AEW, NWA, Wrestling Revolver, GCW, any promotion that we cover, House of Glory, anything like that, we haven't quite fully gotten that check cleared yet. So 100%, if there is the place you need to be when it comes to an honest and unbiased, a unfiltered and uncut, I feel like I'm pitching for Howard Stern right now. But 100%, if you want literally wrestling talk with probably some other stuff, but just this is the wrestling fans' opinion. Then you need to be a friend, tell a friend, like, share, and subscribe, lad. A graduation ceremony for Maxine Dupree. Yes, she's had all of one match. So much like Thea Hale. So is just Maxine Dupree just the evolved form of Thea Hale? Why is she not a member of Chase U? Because we're getting the graduation ceremony. Did she graduate summa cum laude or whatever the fuck the term is there? Is she the valedictorian of Alpha Academy? As we've got Chad Gable at the podium and Otis looks like a fucking woolly bully tomato right now out here with this red fucking cap and gown. Yes, pause. What? Bobby, I know Steve, it's quite fad. What? What did Steve say? Must be a new WWE fad. Thea recently graduated also. Yes, so see, there you go. You got where I was going with that. Free GCW show happened on YouTube this weekend. Nick Wayne, B-Day Bash. It was entertaining. Well, shout out, Smile Mark. Appreciate you. Maybe we'll have to go back and watch that. But the graduate of the Alpha Academy. And I swear Otis is like honestly at this point, the bastard child of Chris Farley. But interesting though, how am I misremembering that Otis has never technically graduated from the Alpha Academy? You ever seen, baby? What? The Chad Gable, literally, he looks so much like mini Kurt Angle, respectfully. I get on one hand why they did Jason Jordan as Kurt's illegitimate son, but Chad Gable should have been the one to carry the mantle. But so Maxine Dupree is coming out right now to receive her diploma. And so I will take over under odds of what are your betting odds of who, when, where, why, how long it takes to someone to show up and interrupt and destroy the graduation ceremony of Maxine Dupuis. Why is she coming out here in a pink satin gown? Dressed like a fucking grandmother. What? Oh yeah. What are you, macho man? What? Speaking of the macho man.
Looking at Otis the whole
always
time.
rises to the top. Yeah.
Right.
Dig it.
As far as
you shut up in perfect time.
Right. Otis had me on breaks the whole time going, he's my cherry pie.
I'm telling you, I swear to God, he is like the forgotten love child of Chris Farley.
Right.
Chris Farley reincarnate. That's a WWE Studios movie that you need to make. Just do a buddy cop comedy of do it like Chris Farley and David Spade and have it Chad Gable and Otis. Hunter, my check is waiting in the mail.
Right. Get it over here. Let's go. Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Why is this on my TV, guys? See, we're mean to this company too.
I don't know. I like it.
I watch
Hey,
some professional wrestling. Okay.
This is the company that gets called sports entertainment all the time.
True.
So why not be sports entertainment versus we've got your world champion and your number one challenger out there in party hats and happy birthdays and this is your life, but that's pro wrestling, folks. That's not sports entertainment.
Right. No, I hear you, Nick. And I mean, fair enough. Thank you.
Oh, thank you.
Not like you.
Anytime she does that, she looks terrifying. I don't know if it's the eyeshadow or the makeup. She looks like she's gonna fucking eat my soul or something.
I like this one.
Otis!
What?
Yes! He's out here fucking Magic Otis out here.
Fat guy in a little coat.
Fat guy in a little coat.
Oh, what's all around his back around?
Right. He needed that go back around. Fat guy in a little
What are the
coat.
odds? That was
Shouldn't she be the one wearing the fucking Letterman's jacket? Oh, because they both are.
Alpha Queen. The Alpha Queen. Oh, look, the crowd cheering. Take that gown off. Wow.
But where's Jerry the King Lawler? And oh my God,
Right.
Oh my God, Jerry, puppies. Can you believe it? The last jacket you're gonna wear. What?
That was timing.
But whoa. She got shoes.
Her shirt should say swoosh, not swoosh. Not swoosh. Here comes the Vikings. With the shields in hand. I hate it. I really do.
Why aren't they paired up with McIntyre? Just call them the fucking Highlanders. There we go.
There can only be but one.
There can only be one Braveheart.
Oh, there
Mel
she is.
Gibson, eat your heart out.
She's got the jacket. No, not the jacket.
Anything but the jacket. We're fighting. We're fighting over a Leatherman jacket. This is like the goth kids versus the popular kids. This is fucking Grease 2023.
Right. Well, I
tell me more. Tell me more. Did she dress like a Viking?
All right, so shots fired. Big segment. I bet everyone right now is sitting on the edge of their seats, riveted,
captivated.
What will happen to the The new letter.
What will happen next to Archie?
And Jughead, definitely.
Right. Otis is definitely Jughead.
Right. She couldn't. Alexis fell asleep.
Yeah, he couldn't even finish boring. Just boring.
Buddy. Now we're getting a replay of Money in the Bank. Liv and Raquel.
Speaking of someone who had the puppies out, we got Liv winning the belt there.
Right. And then we got Raquel. Not Raquel. We got Baszler and Ronda showdown, which, listen, man, Baszler came out swinging last week, and a lot of people responded very well to it.
Yeah, because they finally just said out loud what everyone had been thinking about Ronda for the longest fucking time. Yeah, it was literally just finally someone fucking said it.
Right.
To her face.
Yeah. Everyone was like, we've been thinking that. Thank you.
Right, literally. Did anyone disagree with that? Did anyone find anything wrong? Any flaw? Any inaccuracy? No.
I don't think so. Shayna Baszler gearing up. She's next.
Right.
Interesting. We're going to get some Ronda.
Maybe did she just send Ronda packing earlier?
Marbles and pancakes. How do we get there?
What?
Now I'm getting a commercial for NXT, folks. I will remind everybody we are live tomorrow. The Tag Stream Champions come back and we take on NXT. Judgment Day will be in the house. People said the Judgment Day rule Mondays. Well, they're going to be there on a Tuesday. Plus, we have the fate of Tony, your good paisan.
Woke up this morning. Yeah. We already had the tribal trial of the tribal chief, and now we're getting the season finale or maybe the series finale.
I don't know. I think this is
the NXT Sopranos.
No, I think we got more to come. I think there's a coup here, so we'll see what happens. Will Tony go to trial? Speaking of trial, Nick, we're going to trial.
Let's all go. Oh, you want to talk about that? Go ahead.
We can talk about that.
Go ahead. Let the peoples know. You let the peoples know.
Folks, like I said, we are on commercial break right now. We are heading into getting very close to the end of the second hour, heading into the third hour of Raw here tonight. But for those who tune into this channel often or are new here, wanted to let everyone know, as we say, we always got things up. We got more interviews coming your way. Lockdown some people. We talked about MLW already tonight. We will have more wrestlers, some involved with that company,
alert.
Others involved in other companies. But we are bringing back the Let's Rumble interviews. That's going to be fun. We're also going to be bringing back kind of Let's Rumble. We had some fans reach out and say, we miss you guys doing the Rumble. We're going to change it up. We're going to do Wrasslin Court. And
let's all go to court now. Let's go make some law. Yeah.
Right.
Some law.
So it's gonna be fun. We're gonna take the hot topics of wrestling and get into the debate. We'll have a prosecution, we'll have a defense, we'll have a judge, we'll have some witnesses.
You even find folks can be witnesses. Why?
Yes, you guys can get involved in the Wrasslin Court. We also have more Luna's Lounge. We're going to do some live Luna's Lounge in the future. That's probably going to be a members only. So if you're not a member, another good reason to join the team and be a for lifey. We got more content. We got more shorts coming your way, more of our content. The channel is growing. We're, like I said, we're not even 17 months, 16 months old so far. And it's been a trip where we want to bring you guys as much content as we can. So be a friend, tell a friend. The nicest thing you could do is spread the word of the Wrasslin for Life Network. We got lots coming your way.
Absolutely. I don't even know how to really top on on top of that. Besides just, I will see you in court, sir.
Yeah. Dun, dun.
Objection, hearsay, overruled.
I think the end of that
100%
song is...
So you can even start letting us know in the comments underneath all of these videos and everything of topics you want us to debate, because how we'll go is, and it's even, you might see some new faces, you might even see some old faces on the channel and everything like that. But yeah, 100% of, to where rather than us just yelling at each other with the Rumble and everything, now we're going to actually have a judge that decides everything, and there's going to be a winner and there's going to be a loser. And then the who wins then becomes the decider across the board. So yeah,
we bury it.
We'll sit there and argue. You know us. We'll argue and we'll talk about any topic that's going on.
Right. And whatever gets decided on Wrasslin Court is official, and the IWC has to stand by it. Tough shit.
Oh God.
Right. We might have to do Jim Cornette.
Someone let Jim Cornette, Brian Last, and Matt Hardy know.
Yeah, they're on subpoena. I mean, it's not the first time for Jim.
They've been subpoenaed.
Not the first time for Jim.
Shout out Raka Khan.
Raka Khan's we're gonna get her on the show, folks.
Bro, if I swear to God, the apex, I will be done with professional wrestling talking about anything of it if we have Raka Khan and Ryback on the same stream at the same time. Right, it'll just be insanity.
Right.
But I've got Shayna Baszler versus Emma. And did everyone forget about Emma until they had the tag title match there?
Right. We haven't talked much about Emma. And I don't like her odds in this one.
Fucking jobber body bag right now.
That's not nice.
Fuck being nice. It's accurate.
It's accurate. See? Fair enough.
Right. Exactly. It's pro wrestling. It ain't here to be nice. It's here to be accurate.
Mm-hmm. Got Shayna for the win, says Dale. Thank you, Dale. Yes, Judgment Day will be on tomorrow. We will be here live to cover it. Jason using those member emojis. What? I guess I should have let you do that, eh?
No, you're good, 100%.
Knee-jerk.
Well, that's even still, if we added to the memberships and everything, we'll end up with, like, soundboards and all that. And still, like we said, of when we're doing, whole wrestling court and everything, we are still going to call you guys as witnesses to the stand. So 100%, you want to make sure you're here for that and everything. Yeah. You want to make sure you're engaged 100% of your testimony may be taken as record here.
Your testimony may matter. But
you may be the deciding factor of, if the tweet don't fit, you must acquit. Shit like that.
Right. Shayna wins. What else we got? Larry, by the way, we haven't said hello to you. And yeah, goodbye, Emma.
A clutch and she taps.
That was unnecessary.
No, it's everybody taps the reverse chokehold because, no one knows how to spin throwing fucking hands. I don't give a damn about my reputation. Well, that's cool. No one gives a damn about you, Rhonda.
Here comes Ronda Rousey. Get your toothpicks for your eyelids.
Well, I was going to say, there was the main event one time in UFC, and one of them's about to still be in a main event on UFC, and the other's out here with raccoon eyes at the midway towards the 10 o'clock hour here versus Shayna Baszler. Oh, right hand.
Whoa, okay.
I mean, honestly, I'd rather see them shoot fight. Like, give me Raw Underground. Give me, pit fight. Give me all of this shit.
Right. Poor Emma should have seen it.
Brock Lesnar throwing elbows. Yeah, poor Emma. Who gave a shit? Oh, she's reaching for the armbar. Oh, Shayna gets to the ropes, but there's no referee to break it up, but she's crawling over the ropes. I like this because this is selling that the second Ronda gets that armbar on of it. Yeah. You're fucked. Game over.
My only concern here is Shayna got a lot of cheers last week. And
she's the babyface.
Well, but that was kind of like her rolling out is generally like it's usually the heel that would roll out, not the baby face rolling out and holding her arm. It's a really kind of, the crowd was really quiet. Almost like, what do we do here? Do we cheer Ronda for getting rid of her? What happens?
Initially, this was the heel team that imploded amongst itself just unnaturally. Yeah. So it's super awkward.
Mm-hmm. But now we're getting a replay of, I feel like I'm saying that a lot tonight. I'm getting a replay of Brock Lesnar versus Cody Rhodes. Last week, Brock made his return and Cody got the better of him.
Right, but I still say, and people have brought this up, of that if Cody wasn't out there to challenge Seth, then why was he showing up out there in ring gear?
Yeah, right?
Oh, he was showing up.
Right? He was ready.
It's still that subtle tease.
Right.
It's that imagery that still sits in the back of your head.
They're not dumb. Yeah. Oh, we're getting this where you get okay. Happy Nightmare walking down the street.
Well, he was just talking about every night. So should we say that you're the Cody Rhodes of the Wrasslin for Life Network? You're the every night delight. Why? You're the Canadian Nightmare. Why?
I don't think I'm fucking babyface enough to run that.
But no, we just worked that full tweener here.
I'm not political.
We're CM Punk. It depends on how the audience comes out.
Right?
Whether we're babyface or heel.
What else we got? I should have Chelsea Green. Listen, Chelsea Green requested to get back into this company. She's quite happy with what she's doing, I believe.
100%.
Yeah. Get paid, girl. Super tosses the hell out of her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was the thing.
Chucked her around. No, I mean, Ronda comes out swinging. It's not very subdued or passive, so I'm happy about that. It actually had a pretty good vibe to it, Nick. Again, I felt like the crowd went flat because they were like, wait, I don't know what to do here because I felt like Ronda should have been a little more underhanded to get the advantage. Pull her hair or something where you're like, boo, and then you know why you're mad.
Still makes you question, are they still trying to work that the Ronda overcomes it thing? Because it's so weird of everything that they've tried to do with Ronda with all of this of when she's out there and she's getting her hair twisted, and it's all fake, blah, blah. Right. Cool. Thank you for working a big prominent spot in WrestleMania and then doing shit like that. But no, she comes out and she judo throws Shayna around and is thrown in the armbar 7 ways to Sunday of you on one hand, you want to clap because it's like, holy shit, she's whooping ass. But at the same time, you're like, but no, I'm not supposed to like you.
Yeah. I mean, it just could have been a little more one way or the other. So I think it did flatten the crowd out a little bit. But that being said, we are back in a commercial break. I agree with Bash. I think you do as well. Like, you've been a big fan of the complaint department.
Oh, 100%. 100%. With even them still getting more of this prominent spot as an actual legitimate tag team in that division.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's done nothing but help both of them. Two women who, outside of that, would have been lost in the mist. And that's what the tag women's division should be.
That's what I thought it was going to be. That's why I've never fucking, for the life of me, thought they were going to lose, dude. I thought that's what they were trying, but now we got it back.
Even if it's not them, of even still, like when you have like Shotzi and Tegan Knox, it should be like I don't want to say the Island of Misfit Toys, but it should be there should be some thought, some plan out behind it of you're not main title, singles title, but you're the next best thing. You're still getting a bit of a prominent look and a bit of a prominent shine, but you're not singles competitors.
Yeah, I mean, you almost have a blind draw every week for who's going to go out there. But I mean, if you can get right, if you could get like Chance and Carter and people like that to consistently stay together and show up together, and then you start believing that, these people are a team. Great.
Alba Fire and Isla Dawn are the primest example of this. Of honestly,
let's do it.
The Shayna and Ronda feud, I know it, doesn't have the titles involved in it now, but I almost don't even think it needed to be even competing fully for the titles. It could have just been literally they got close and then they fell short, and then that's where we saw the dissension.
Yeah, no, I actually thought it could have been done the other way. Now that we know how it played out, and it's it's looking backwards, fine, but
why not
just let the NXT team win it? and then they're the champions. Even if the plan was Liv and Raquel are going to come back and get them, it gives them a nice rub for 2-3 weeks while we get there.
It builds up a heel versus babyface tag team feud versus now everything from the tag team match shifts to a singles feud.
Right. KJ, were you okay on Saturday? I was wonderful on Saturday. Okay, how? No, I was doing really well. Other than bug bites, I'm pretty good.
He got caught on 17 trail cams as Sasquatch just running through the Canadian forest out there. Just tripping balls on peyote and vitamins.
I am not Sam Squanch.
Sam Squanch out there. KJ Sam Squanch White.
Emma Miss 5-finger discount. Miss Shaw. True story. And Impact.
I forgot all about that.
Look at Emma, no talent. Look at Madcap Moss. Listen, Emma's got something, Kenny. She did well in Impact, and yes, we all get ourselves in stupid situations. So I don't throw rocks.
Some of us are making thousands upon millions of dollars when we're doing it.
Some people just.
But the second he said 5-finger, I just started thinking of 5-finger death punch.
Right. We got Cody Rhodes is up next. As he is. If they go back to commercial, I'm going to be pissed. Oh, yeah. We still have this. We still have Tommaso Ciampa and no DQ. Haven't talked about it at all tonight. And I don't recall a graphic or a note or
but I like that, though, because when that pops up, I think you get a genuine reaction. I could see both sides of it. Sell it, you build to it. But at the same time, it's a miss.
Told you Cody answers the call. No, Cody was scheduled to be here, my guy.
What call? What fucking phantom phone booth are you standing by, sir? Steve with the double thumbs up.
Steve. We still have Tommaso Ciampa, got that one. AEW versus Impact this Saturday. Should be interesting. Collision. Battle of the Belts for Slammiversary. Hey, we're going to be spoiled here on the channel, guys. Lots to cover, lots to get into, and it's going to be a fun night. We all know how we feel about Battle of the Belts, and I know, toxic. No, it's not. Battle of the Belts haven't done anything substantial, and at least we'll have Slammiversary up against it, which I can't wait for Slammiversary.
Right. So, what do you want to talk about?
Right.
Richard saying, fake Cody. No, Richard, we're not on a airplane. You're not in a Caucasian woman just pointing at the back of a plane or anything like that, saying people aren't real or anything like that. No, my guy. Put the vitamins down.
Step away from the vitamins.
Step away from the vitamins.
Speaking of stepping away from the vitamins.
Well, I was going to say, anyone who thinks that Cody's not as over as he was around WrestleMania, that he's not getting the same type of reactions, everything. Are you deaf? Do you need to turn your hearing aid up?
They're piping
you watch the shows on mute.
Let me help you here. And they put spikes in the seat so people have to stand up, Nick. You haven't heard?
And that's why they go, whoa! They're like, they just sit down and it spikes them in the ass.
Mm-hmm. Bash 8 says Battle of the Belts is a waste so far. Yeah, it feels like an obligation, like a here we got to do this, so here we did it.
Right? Yeah, it's started there, and now it's getting too far and long in the tooth. Hey guys, I'm late, but man, Ricochet needs someone to talk for him. Where's MVP? Well, where's Bobby Lashley? Speaking of people who need to talk for people.
No Omos, no Lashley. We haven't seen a lot of folks in a hot minute.
Oh, now that you said that.
Right?
I'd be fine with Bobby Lashley, MVP, and Omos. Just shut up and take my money. Shut up and take my money.
Yeah, I mean, I love the idea of somebody.
Omos is a free agent, too.
Very true, very true. Mm-hmm. But, I mean, Ricochet could use an MVP.
Ricochet could just use a push, let alone an MVP.
Yeah, let him talk less.
I think Ricochet has the potential to be the MVP of Monday Night Raw, if you get what I mean.
Speaking of vitamins, Austin Theory is here. There you go. Just
Right.
I'm going all in, says Rich.
Yeah, literally, like my guy.
Right.
What
Cody
vitamins do you
Rhodes.
want? Share them around.
Right. Joe Black. Cody Rhodes.
Ooh, do we get? Are we there yet? Are we there yet?
I like this. Animatronic fans like Chuck E. Cheese band. There you go.
Five Nights at Freddy's of just Monday Night Raw.
Look at the hard cam. How many people are standing while he's talking? Some of his faces kill me though. Why did he just do the fucking
the Randy Orton like slithery like I'm a snag?
Why do you lick the air, bro?
Because dude, he's fucking Voldemort in a suit. Like
He reminded me, dude, it reminded me of CJ's cousin.
He is perfect for like a Marvel like Disney Plus series here. About like the shield and everything. Like instead of Hell Hydra, it'd be Hell Dusty Rhodes here. Out right, here, the American Dream.
Right. Everybody in life has a Brock Lesnar.
This is getting a little long in the fucking tooth here.
Well, the fans are like, okay, can we sit down? But they're still standing. So I don't know what to tell you, bro.
I don't know. I don't know who you see are standing. I think it's sitting room only because all of them are sitting.
Are they? No. Are they standing, folks? Am I crazy?
Bro, there's like three dudes that are blurry in the hard cam that are standing. Everyone else is
Look at all the people who
bro, this has been going on for at least like 10 minutes.
No, you're on the vitamins.
Mm. I always am, but still.
Oh, we're talking SummerSlam. Make Ricochet a Jeff Hardy.
What? No. He doesn't need to get pulled over in Jacksonville. No.
Well, just I get the human highlight reel. I mean, that's what they're trying to do with him, I guess.
No, save his spinal cord, please.
Cody kills me.
Look at Matt Hardy as an example. Look at Jeff Hardy as an example. Don't do that. Don't do that.
Yeah, right.
And even if you don't shake my hand, I still think we're setting up here to a dog call. One little two. What do I hear now? 4 now, 5 now, 6, 6, 6. What do I hear? Dog caller, dog caller.
Alan not feeling Cody at all right now. Alan, welcome to the stream. And yeah, it's starting to feel long.
He's starting to sound like he's out here of like, oh, my brother, you testify. You know, I will strike down that demon that is Brock Lesnar. I will strike him from the record books.
If I beat Brock, I'll be next in line. Interesting.
For what line, though?
But they didn't tell us what the stipulation was going to be. Nothing. They just gave Brock a really stern talking to.
But that's why this is where I start to think that this is getting, it's starting to lose its glimmer here. It's starting to fall a little bit flat. It's starting to, it needs something. It needs that fresh light there.
Right. Got that one. Street Profits need more shine. Now, I think they're in like it's like, you know, the cool down part of there. Like you know, you kind of got to go ebbs and flows. You can't just always be foot down. We saw a lot of Street Profits for a while, Nick. I think quieting them while they figure some shit out is good.
It's one of those of how can you miss them if they don't go away?
Exactly.
Yeah. Speaking of someone I want to miss, of fucking Kevin Patrick out here. But
we're getting a replay. I feel like I've said that a lot tonight.
Yeah, a little bit. We had a whole replay of a whole segment.
It feels like we got a lot of filler.
Got to pad out 3 hours here, folks. Wow.
Oh, so that's the reason why Ciampa's mad at the Miz. You didn't
Why?
call me while I was injured on the shelf. I never heard from you. You don't care about me. I probably shouldn't have said that, Kevin. Leave that out. We don't care. Just let
Literally, like,
Ciampa's
way
back.
to make him respectfully. Why the fuck should he care? He literally comes out to a theme song that says "No one,"
Right.
like cancer, like, and he's, oh, you didn't call me, you
Right.
didn't check up in on me.
It
Cool,
does.
you met him, like, you were friends with him like a week ago.
Right. Ciampa for the win. Absolutely. Unless Miz has a trick up his sleeve. I hope not.
Who would be the trick up the sleeve?
I hope nobody. I
What
mean,
if it's
remember it was
Elias?
randomly. What?
What if it's Elias? When's the last time we saw
We haven't seen Elias in a hot minute, bro.
But then again, I think this is where you could see. I think this is where more you see the reformation of DIY, because you get Johnny Gargano that comes down here to where Miz is screwing him over, and it's no DQ. So
Right.
Johnny comes out here and, oh, even the odds. Yeah.
Right. No, I mean, you're not wrong, bro.
Right.
There's possibility there, but that'd be completely out of left field, I think. But
I think we're getting to a setup at some point to where we get DIY together. So it's just a matter of when do we get that and how do we get it?
yeah, I mean, we've been hoping and we're hoping. Johnny's been really quiet. There's a lot of wrestlers that we're like, I wonder what they're up to. So we'll find out. We'll find out how this goes. Ciampa for the win. Edge will know he won't. No DQ. What if Miz reveals a new flunky? Yeah, I was feeling that too, Keyshawn. Remember
His
when
name
Jonah?
is Uncle Howdy.
No, I hope not. No, let's not do that. Right?
I'm
But
gonna
what
do
if
this.
remember Jonah randomly helped the Miz and then disappeared?
Well, remember when Ciampa randomly helped the Miz and then disappeared?
Became a pylon, yeah. I remember
Yeah,
that.
he ultimately became a pylon because he was out there in the leather green or the lime green jacket and everything.
Right. No, absolutely, man.
Right. I'm gonna do this because I still don't have it on my end.
Wasn't okay. Still doesn't have. There you go. Wasn't Stephen Amell? I don't know. I don't think I haven't heard that, but maybe I'm wrong. Miz will win anyway clean. No, Miz is not going to win clean. Come on now, Richard. But folks, we are in a commercial break. Nick is taking a pause, and we are rolling through the last hour of WWE Raw tonight. I will once again remind everybody we are here all week long. If you haven't clicked like or subscribe yet, please do so. Be a part of the fans, be a part of the family, be a part of the chat. The chat is live tonight, and it's going as it is every night here on the channel. But what else do we got before this commercial ends? Another vote for Ciampa. Nobody taking the Miz. Why he wants to be next in line. Terrell, that's a great question. Welcome back if I haven't said that yet. But I was a little surprised by that comment. That, a lot of us thought, Cody wouldn't see anything to do with Roman or Seth until when? WrestleMania? Now, does this change? Is there a possibility? What if Damian Priest does cash in? Would Cody be the guy to go up against Damian? I mean, Judgment Day, dark and spooky, bubblegum baby face, Cody Rhodes. Whew, I don't know. I mean, it could go. I was really surprised by that. If I beat Brock, I will be the next in line. What if Goldberg? What if Goldberg comes back? What if we get that? Could that be a possibility? Make it kind of a no holds bar match or any kind of match at SummerSlam. I don't know. They haven't said anything. We thought maybe tonight that Cody would say, like, I want you in a match and I want it to be this kind of match. But apparently not. Don't he want to be king? He wants it all, Terrell. He wants it all. But I think it's like the way I took it, he was going to take down Brock, and that was his pathway back to the title picture. Now, again, we can assume what title he means, but I don't know. I mean, this is very interesting. I did not expect him to talk about being next, but the swerve would be Goldberg. Goldberg versus Cody. Screw it. You're next. I'm next. Ciampa wins. DIY needs to eventually take those tag belts. Listen, if we got KO and Sammy at SummerSlam, KO and Sammy at, Payback or Survivor Series, if any of those were to happen against DIY, I'd be perfectly fine with it. I'd be really happy to watch that matchup, guys. And here comes Ciampa. We could have done one of those entrances during the commercial. Ciampa gets his jacket off, and he's wasting no time. And actually, now that Nick is not here, there we go. Sorry, I'm all caught up now. And right now, I got Ciampa throwing Miz off everything. Everything. Is anybody taking the Miz? Alex Riley. I don't think so. I hear he's joining the trios division in AEW. Can we get DIY versus KO and Sammy for the tag titles at SummerSlam? It's possible. It'd be a quick turnaround. And right now, with Ciampa kind of being here, I don't think so. I feel like if you brought that back this week or next week, to me, there's not enough momentum behind it. I know we already know who Ciampa is. We already know who Gargano is. But at the end of the day, I don't think I like the amount of time that you have between now and SummerSlam to quick turn and make that happen. Ciampa, Goldberg, please no, for the love of God. I still think there's a chance he's going to AEW. I really do. For a whole shit ton of cash. Tony's like, what? Name your price. 10, 12? How many million? One night only. One night only. I'm upsetting the fan base. Oh, Ciampa taking out the Miz. Old DIY theme for Tommaso. Was it like that tonight? I didn't hear his theme tonight. Wow, huge knee, huge knee. I always got the Miz. See money going Miz. Brave man, brave man. Tommaso for the win. Goldberg versus Ryback. I'm at the end of the day's match. I will not be here. Nick, I will not be present. I will not participate. I will not. Plus, I'm not doing anything with Ryback until he answers my challenge. That's how I feel about that. Right now, Miz taking over on Ciampa. Guys, Battle of the Belts show this week. Impact pay-per-view this week. Needs to step it up and prove it is good, but Battle for the Belts will be better and a card than they are 3 hours. All right, that was a little clunky to read, Kenny. If there's any part of you that believes Battle of the Belts is going to be better than Slammiversary, I would step away from the vitamins. I would reconsider my life choices, and I would really watch some wrestling and reconsider that statement. Battle of the Belts has been pretty much the equivalent of a WWE main event for all 6 episodes. There hasn't been too many barn burner matches or shocks or surprises on Battle of the Belts. Slammiversary is going to bang it out, and if I read that wrong, by all means, that's the way I took it. But yeah, no, it's crazy to think that Battle of the Belts will be better. I mean, Collision might be better. That's got a fighting chance, especially with a world, the world tag titles on the line with FTR and the Bullet Club Gold. Possible, highly possible. But let's be real. Battle of the Belts isn't anything. I think Kenny Omega, former tag team partner, will debut in AEW. KJ and Nick. Okay, now somebody did ask earlier. Now let me go back up, but somebody did throw out there, who do we think the 5th member of each team is going to be? They're going to announce the 5th member. Are we going to get Ibushi? If it's fucking Ishii, I'm quitting, guys. I'm telling you right now. If we're getting Ishii, I'll be very upset. If it's any of them, I don't want Suzuki. I don't want none of them. Any guesses? I mean, Ibushi's a safe bet. I mean, it would be very noteworthy. But anyone else got a fifth member in mind for either one of these teams on Wednesday? As we're back in another commercial break, and man, is it my imagination or is this becoming a very long Monday night in the world of the WWE? What do you think? Tommaso spiked Miz with the chair. That was nasty. Yeah, listen. Tommaso's no joke. I mean, he's a hard hitter. And he's put his body through a ton, and we've all seen him go through a lot, but I want him to get past this Miz thing and move on. Why would you wish that on Sting? Listen, I said from day one, Steve, I'm terrified. I'm really worried about Sting if this was to be booked. I really am. I mean, we just saw him eat a table. Could Sting survive a match with Goldberg? I don't know. I really don't know, guys. But man, BCC gets CM Punk. Now, did you see the story going around that says CM Punk offered his services to both teams, but neither team wants him? Listen, if CM Punk gets added to the BCC, the world will explode. Like, it is something else, Mike, if they pull this off. I've hoped for a work from beginning of all of the bullshit with CM Punk, with the Elite. What a swerve. What a huge moment if at the end of the night on Wednesday, Punk comes out and he's going to help the BCC. Blow your mind. That is best case scenario. And I know the naysayers. I know the people that don't want to hear this shit. But you want to put up ratings? You want to, continue to sell tickets? Do it with CM Punk. You might not like him. He might have knocked one of you or your brother out. But if you can get in the ring and make it money, make it business, this will be huge. Huge. Fifth member, Gobbledygooker. Let's go that way. Yes. Question, C-Money. Will they have the whole egg set up? Or will they do something like the Shockmaster and try and have him come through the wall? Jericho! No! The fuck out of here. Now, I did get the vibe that Jericho, I'm not really doing much. Babyface Jericho. Miz pushing the table back under the ring, by the way. Gets a big boo from the crowd. Ciampa throwing the knee. Are you excited for Luchasaurus versus Shawn Spears in the first match announced for Battle of the Belts 7 for the TNT Championship? Damian, I read this today and I thought, at least they're doing something. Am I excited for it? Not. I'm curious. Could they have a good match? Yes. Is there any chance that Spears wins? No. So I don't know. Not bad. Like I said, being a guy who's been critical of Battle of the Belts, not bad. I don't know if it will amount to much or mean much, but there's no chance that Spears walks away with that belt. Zoe Stark channels Melina. Okay. All right, Richard. Are you excited for Athena and Willow Nightingale? It's a Friday on Rampage, Owen Hart tournament match. That happened last week, didn't it? Didn't that already happen? Am I wrong? Or is that happening? Is that further? Okay. Yeah, okay. I'm kind of I don't really know what to say. I'm like, all right, let's see what happens. I'm not excited for it though. We'll be there. We'll be there. Probably be Naito for no, Joe. No. We got to come up with something cool, something better. If it's Jericho, I'm not going to be happy. Maybe it is CM Punk. Jericho's like, listen, you got to put me in the Elite because I'll keep Punk in check. If he fucks around, I'll take him out. I'm a tough guy. So right now, by the way, a very lackluster no DQ match happening. There are some champ chants happening at the moment, but there hasn't been a whole lot of woohoo to this match. It's going to be someone like Shawn Spears. It'll probably be something fucked up. Right? It'll be like Evil Uno and I don't know, Brock Anderson. Ciampa with a big knee again. Back to the stomps. It sounds like some running knees with the lid on. Oh. Naito is my favorite from New Japan. I think Ciampa got the chair. Crowd's finally cheering. Yeah, I like Naito. I just feel like Naito, Tanahashi, Ibushi, there's a Suzuki, Ishii. I just think they were a whole lot better 5, 6, 7, 8, 10 years ago for some of them. That's my only beef. And sometimes it doesn't translate well. I got rescheduled for this Friday on Rampage because Willow wasn't medically cleared. Oh, okay. Thank you. Thank you, Damien. There you go. White noise through the table. Crowd is unglued. There he is, Jonah. I fucking called it. Excuse my language. What'd I say about Jonah? Kota Ibushi would be my pick. This has been rumored a lot, C-Money. And in a summer where you're trying to make as many headlines as possible, keep selling tickets for Wembley, keep pushing the needle, Ibushi could be the answer. So, Jonah. Oh, tsunami! Oh. Never fear. Larry's finally here. Thank you, Larry. Welcome back. I feel like I'm blowing out everyone's eardrums right now. So Bronson Reed has shown up and Ciampa's about to take an L. Like, fuck. I feel like been there, done that, bought the t-shirt. Why the fudge are we doing it again? Am I wrong? Like, is this because, was this the old storyline, but Ciampa got hurt, so they never got to tell it? So now we're going back where, oh yeah. But the Miz beats Tommaso Ciampa. Monet. There you go, Larry. All right. I did your Cody Rhodes fill my bowl spot for you earlier. There you go. Buddy system. Now, I mean, Miz's back's bleeding, if that wants to count as we got some blood tonight. Got some juice. What a like I'm been here. Mrs. Flunky. Yeah, Keyshawn, man, right there with you, buddy. I don't love it. I honestly don't love it. But I will say the good news might be that now Tommaso Ciampa needs a friend. That's the only good thing I can think that comes out of this. -1 returns. Yeah, right? It's funny. The unpretty her, by the way. Corey made sure we knew it was the unpretty her. And right now we got another replay, guys. Woo! Monday has been like sludge to run through. Now we got the women's tag team champions, Barbie Girl and, well, anyway, Raquel. Who do you think Scott D'Amore's mystery tag partner will be against Bully Ray and Dinner? Diener at Slammiversary. Scott D'Amore's mystery partner. I'm just wondering, could it be Eric Young? Could it really be Eric Young, guys? I know they stabbed him. Rhea's here looking at Raquel again. Basically telling Raquel, you get in my business, that will be strike 3. Rhea could be the reason why the complaint department gets a tag title. Rhea Ripley is one of the best things on this show by far, guys. Not male, not female, just one of the best talents on this show, period. Every time she's on screen, she captivates the audience. Every time she's on screen, it matters. She walks with a chip on her shoulder. Yes, I know the China comparables, but it's like evolved China. It was the muscle and the attitude of China with way more wrestling ability and skill. But here come the tag champs. We got Barbie in the back. That I'm keeping. Rhea better stay away from Raquel. Raquel's no slouch, though. The one idea about you setting this up is good. It really is. It's somebody that is formidable. Somebody that you could actually see taking the belt from Rhea Ripley. I just don't love Raquel as a babyface. I don't. I'm for Rhea. Yeah, let's do it. So we'll see if this is something. Does Rhea cause them to lose the belt, opening up that possibility, or does Raquel just challenge as one half the tag team champion? But here comes the complaint department. I won one. There you go. There you go. Out of the losing column, C Money. I'm happy for you, buddy. Oh, thank you. Liv Morgan is a hottie. Well, yeah. So we're getting Chelsea Green, Sonya Deville against Chance and Carter, and back to a commercial. True or false? If you're watching right now, true or false? Tonight has felt very replay commercial for about all of it. I thought it started really well, but it's been a whole lot of, even Cody tonight was like, what do you think, folks? True or false? No smiles. Smiled the whole way down the aisle, Keyshawn. She all smiled. This will be interesting. Do we set up a triple threat? Do we end up with a triple threat? Basketball. I don't get it. Show isn't even over, and I give it a 10 out of 10. Matt L loving it. Okay. I mean, I like some of it. I feel like a lot of replays, a lot of fillers. It's taken the steam out of the show a little bit for me. That's horrible, but 10 out of 10, Matt. You're bold. Raquel is Rhea's kryptonite. Raquel won the last 3 matches. Well, there you go. Facts behind the opinion. So we appreciate that, Steve G. But yeah, I mean, that's why I think we all like the idea, because realistically, when you look up and down the roster, you're like, who's really going to challenge Rhea Ripley? Who's going to go after Rhea Ripley's belt? I mean, it's a crapshoot. It really is. But Raquel comes in and you're like, uh-oh, this could make us believe that that title's in jeopardy. Down the line, I think Rhea is going to cost them the tag belts. Bash, I'm getting that vibe, right? You stuck your nose in my business. Now I'm going to stick my nose in yours. And it sets up the angle between Rhea and Raquel. Raquel SummerSlam, I do not recall, because it didn't happen. We didn't have anything for Rhea. Oh, no, do we have Natty? We didn't have anything good for Rhea in a hot minute now. So getting into something that sets up Raquel versus Rhea at SummerSlam would be a nice addition to that card. True. Thank you, Alexis. Carmella came back for 3 weeks and then disappeared. Blame Corey Graves. If anybody's mad about Carmella not being around, send your letters to Corey Graves. It's his fault. That's the way it is. True. It's damn true, KJ. It's damn true. Listen, it's not all been bad, but I mean, I just find like I'm very, like, again, we always kind of, the pace of the show always kind of tips Nick and I off. Like, if we're rolling through and we get to the end of a show and we're like, wow, that was quick, great. Tonight feels like a bit of a drag. Like the last hour and a half in particular, there wasn't really enough to. All right, I don't get it. I would love if Ripley cost them the tag belts, because I heard that they wanted to go back to Gonzalez versus Raquel instead of Rodriguez, and they also want to give her a new theme. Okay, would it be weird if she showed up next week as Gonzalez with a new with a new theme? Would that be odd? We can't do that. You already changed it. You can't bring her back as Gonzalez. It's got to be BS. New theme, maybe. Pierre's Austin. Welcome. Good day from Australia. Dad Bod God in the house. Welcome. Good to see you. Thank you for being here from one Dad Bod to another. And yeah, thank you for joining the chat. Tonight is Triple H filler BS personified. It does. It feels like a little bit of we got a few weeks to go to SummerSlam. So we're getting some stuff building up. Don't get me wrong. I just, when I start noticing how many times I say replay or commercial, it starts to kind of go, okay, we're not talking about the heavy stuff. We're not getting into it. The chat's not getting into heated debate about what's going on the screen. So it tells you all you need to know. Chance and Carter coming out. Chelsea said 3 strikes basketball. Okay. I missed it, Polo. Thank you. That's hilarious. All I caught was Rhea saying, who said we? All right. The ladies are in the ring. I think the smallest tag team in the world is Chance and Carter, but we'll take your predictions, folks. Who's going to win? The Karens for the win. KGL sent some smoke signals. Nice. Good strategy, Cotton. Honestly, I think they keep the belt on Rhea for about a year, but that's an Aussie unbiased opinion. You're not wrong, Piers. Give her that title. Let her hold on to it. Again, she's formidable. And as I said earlier, it's not even about the women's division with Rhea. She transcends that. She is one of the best talents athletes you have on this show. And we had a botch. It's because she was so little. So we're getting a sunset bomb, gets countered, big knee. But yeah, she's not tall enough to have that, to spin properly. But anyway, they recovered. Yeah, I think Rhea should have the belt for a long time, because there are only a few people out there that you could see taking the belt away. So if she gets through Raquel, which she probably would, maybe, most likely, then what? Who's next? The same thing we were asking now. Because Raquel's been tied up in the tag division. Who's next? Who's Rhea gonna fight? Like, Natty's not taking the belt. We don't have anybody at her level, at her stature. So yeah, not Australian. Completely agree with that take. Karen's for the win. So Sammy and KO versus JD at SummerSlam for tag belts. Possibly, Vance. Possibly. But very interesting. I don't know. All right, we're getting some tandem offense. And a 2 count is Chance. Big splash. Trying to make themselves 6 foot tall together. I know we said this a million times, but Raw needs to go back to 2 hours. Yeah, Bash, it's one of the most commonly said things about Raw. And it's not wrong. And I get it. It's never going to change. It's just one of those things. You can't put the paste back in the tube. And the complaint department cheat to win. in what was a very who cares match. Guys, I hate when it's like this. That was a very, why did we do it? So the tag champs are out at ringside, just upset that this happened. No real reason for them to be there other than the complaint department is the number one contenders, but no real interaction. And all right, there we go. Yeah, it just feels like there's a lot of stuff on the show to like fill time. Maybe the Becky match was supposed to be longer. I don't know. But Liv Morgan, Raquel Rodriguez, Chelsea Green, and Sonya Deville next week for the Raw or the WWE Women's Tag Titles, folks. If you want to give me an early prediction, I'm all ears as we go to Riddle and Drew McIntyre in the back. Right? Chelsea Green and Chance Carter. Chelsea Green, Chance Carter. Yeah, okay, like we need this match. Waste of time. Move on to the main event. Better match. Seth Rollins makes the show until Randy Orton comes back next month when it's Randy's. Okay. Now, the beginning of that was perfect. Didn't really amount to much. Didn't really do much for either tag team. You're not wrong. But bear with me as I try and hear what Riddle's rambling about. Drew McIntyre's not here next week, apparently. All right, so I feel like the Imperium's about to add a new member, guys. So Riddle's saying, I'm going to fight Gunther next week. The rest of Imperium's banned from ringside. And Drew says, I'm on company business next week, so maybe don't do that. However, Riddle says, I'm going to do it. And that just feels funky. With what we saw at the end of the Imperium match tonight, could there be something up? Oh, the Twerk Sisters, indeed. Do you think Friday's SmackDown will struggle because this Friday is going to be on FS1 because of the World Cup of Soccer? Damien, it always has a dip when it goes to FS1. I don't know why. Maybe it's because of whatever is on Fox is good enough to keep attention away from people. But at the end of the day, there tends to always be some type of dip on FS1. If they can overcome that, if they have something interesting, generally, I think part of it is they know they're on FS1 and they generally throw up a softball opposed to like a must-see night. But they're on a hot run here with the bloodline shit. So hopefully they got a plan and they give a reason to, for people to show up. Coming off the heels of a night where 3 million plus tuned in, I'd capitalize on that as much as I could, even if we were on FS1. So we're going to commercial as we lead into the 6-man tag match main event. All right. So Seth doing a sing along. Maybe we're not going to commercial. Yeah, we are. Okay. Should have known. Mella had the cutest reveal to her stepkids. Was that the running shoes thing? Yeah. Cool. Tash Steele has had some short tag partners. Kiera Hogan stands out. They give them a run for their money. Listen, I'm all for it. I like that tag team. I was bummed out when they broke up and Kiera moved on, but Kiera's had a really good rivalry with Athena as of late. I like Kiera Hogan. Hopefully she can work her way into some Monday, Wednesday nights and Saturday nights. It would be nice. She's not only a great performer, but a great human. So proud to see Rhea Demi's success. Absolutely, dude. From all accounts, she's everything you want out of a superstar, and she's had a great run. She's come a long way. We've watched the evolution of her, which is probably something. I wonder if people forget, like the Rhea Ripley we had years ago, because she's kind of taken over with who she is now. But she found a way to make it, and kudos to her. She deserves to be on top. And like I said, she's one of the most talented athletes in all of wrestling, period. What did she reveal? She revealed she was having a baby, Mr. Larry. Her pregnancy. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. I think Io Sky cashes in on Ripley. I don't. Now, that's interesting. We can debate this one for sure, Damien, as we are back in another commercial break still. But you're not wrong. We can definitely talk about that. Like, I believe it's going to be Asuka. Could it be Ripley? Maybe. If Rhea was to fight Gonzalez at SummerSlam and really put her to the grind, could Io capitalize? Yeah, it could work. Seth always torments the Judgment Day. It's been an ongoing thing. It's been an ongoing story coming out of Mania. Was Seth Rollins being intertwined with the Judgment Day has kind of been a thing, guys. So it continues. And if you haven't made your prediction yet for the main event, I am all ears, folks. I will again remind everybody, make sure you hit like, subscribe, click all our links below. Go get yourself one of our beautiful t-shirts. And we got more coming your way. And as we said earlier, we got more content coming your way, more interviews coming your way, more fun, more wrestling, more excitement. It's not going to stop, folks. And we can't wait to get a few of our plans off the ground and launched to you guys. JD for the win. All right. It's going to be crazy. I have a very, well, I mean, for fellow Canadians, we have a very multicultural country. So World Cup time gets crazy in the city. Bars open up early. It's good times. Good times. JD for the win. Next Friday, World Cup soccer. Next Friday. Fair enough. Rest in peace to my cat. Oh, I'm broken. As a cat lover and a cat owner, rest in peace. Night's been okay. Not bad. But once again, very sorry. T's and P's out to Tally. Vladdy Jr. in Home Run Derby finals. Missing it. All right. He can hit a ball. Next week, Brock Lesnar will return, folks, as announced by Kevin Patrick. And then next week, we get a Vikings rules match between the Alpha Academy and the Viking Raiders. What is a Viking rules match? Is that where they put the shields on the ropes and shit? All right, so they're actually announcing some shit for Monday. All right. We already know the tag match is happening next week. A Vikings rules match. I'm pretty sure that's where it's just a tornado, anything goes match with Viking shields on the ropes. Riddle versus the General and Imperium are banged from ringside. So Riddle and Gunther will revisit their rivalry next week as well. So there you go. And Seth is still dancing. You think the crowd would be tired at this point? These million commercials are ruining Raw for me. Bash, I'm with you. Taking the energy right out of the building. Lots of breaks, lots of commercials, lots of downtime tonight. Kevin Owens needs a nice bottle of Prime. It will help him relax and be centered. I think he likes living on the edge. Here comes Sammy. So we're just getting sing-offs everywhere now in the main event. Blame TK for starting PIP in wrestling. Well, fair enough. I'm looking forward to AEW Collision FTR versus Bullet Club Gold for the tag titles. Slammiversary looks to be absolutely stacked. Listen, Slammiversary's Impact's big show, and I know a lot of people foo the Impact all the time. They will not put on a bad show on Saturday. I guarantee it. It's going to be fun. It's going to be a lot of good wrestling, and we're going to get a lot of twists and turns. I would not miss it for the world. And FTR Bullet Club Gold, sign me up. It's they've been building this rivalry between the Bullet Club and CMFTR. I like it. I think there's some twists and turns ahead. I think we're going to get a little surprise, a couple hoodwinks from the boys involved in this. And the interesting aspect is Ricky Starks versus CM Punk, in the finals of the Owen Hart Classic. Very intriguing. And I have a feeling that Ricky Starks is going to win the Owen Hart. I really do. Soapbox Derby. Let's go. Nah, good old home run derby. Show is so lit. AB Jobson. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sir, what have been your favorite parts of tonight? I don't know if this show's been that lit for me. It's been good. We're getting there. I feel like it's lagged a little, though. And a lot of, I don't know if lit works for me, but I'm okay if it works for you. Unbroken, sorry to hear about your kitty. JD wins. Tomorrow night, Judgment Day on NXT. Great move for Triple H. I think NXT will be watchable this week. After that, we got AEW 2 days. After that, and also World Cup Soccer, USA versus Canada. Listen, we're my nation is a young soccer nation, and it's our first kick at the can, or second, first, I think first. So it's gonna be fun either way. US, we'll see how it goes. There might be some bragging rights on the line come Friday. Seth, Sammy, KO for the win. Fair enough. Oh, the other part of that is, yes, we'll be here live tomorrow as Judgment Day will be on NXT. Team Seth for the win, says Damien. Viking rules are when you raw. I don't know if they said thank you very often, though, bro. But we're off and running. Seth throwing punches. Got Finn in the corner, stomping away. Happy early B-Day, Damien. I'll get a cake. Send Damien some cake. Let's go. But right now, Seth in control of Finn. Oh, there you go. Happy early birthday, Bash's sister. Toronto guy won the home run derby. Congratulations. Nice. I'm here talking to you guys. Vladdy, how many did he knock out in the finals? Throwing punches. Seth and Damien now. Keep it civil. Don't do it. Don't do it. You only live once. Get it out there. Let's go. Vladdy home run derby. There you go. There you go. There you go. I can't wait to watch on my birthday. Swerve Strickland versus Nick Wayne. Great birthday present to me. It's funny because usually I get pretty lucky with wrestling shows on my birthday. But yes, that will be a good one. I really think that they're going to go all out. I really do. 25. The man's a tank. Really kind of okay start to this. Now we all roll to the outside. I have a feeling we get a commercial. Yes, Smark. I don't hear your shit. Woohoo. But yes, everyone's out punching each other at the side of the ring. KO to the top. Kevin Bomb! KO taking out everybody. It's enough out of you, Unbroken. All right, so we are back in a commercial break, folks. We are rolling along. Congratulations to Vladdy Jr. on his big win. Thank you for being here, guys. We might actually have one more commercial break before this show's over. What does Bash say? I saw Nick Wayne. I seen a million wrestlers like him. Nothing special. You know what, Bash? I think he's a highly talented young man. I do. I think he's got potential to be great. I do. But at the same time, it'll be really interesting to see how he develops. Not overly a big guy, not that you have to be, but we'll see what happens there. He's incredibly young. Truthfully, and people might roll their eyes at me, a Nick Wayne going into something like NXT, the Performance Center, might actually be better for him than just doing matches. We'll see. But if Tony books him, he's got to use him. Buddy will get to do indie shows being under the AEW umbrella. So, yeah, I don't know. I think that he's highly talented. To say nothing special, we'll see. He's got a lot to prove, but both him, Jordan Oliver, talented young guys for sure. I will be 28 years old on Wednesday. Nice, Damien. Getting old, my friend. USA versus Canada. USA wins it all in soccer. Oh, by AEW Battle for the Belts. Watchable Impact pay-per-view runner-up. Kenny, you're killing me, Smalls. You're killing me, Smalls. Battle of the Belts is never good. Never good. It's not even a thing. Half the people won't watch it. It's taped most times. They won because the Yankee didn't participate. Yeah, whatever. Why didn't a Yankee participate? That would be my question. But listen, he won. I don't give a shit. We got a W. You go play Yankee all by yourself, Joe. Who's this Nick Wayne Gretzky? Oh, I'm broken. I like it. Does he cheat too? He's not even Canadian. That's enough out of your shit. But he, yeah, no, that's funny. Yeah, a young guy, not Canadian. KO yells at Rhea. You boy is nothing. Your boy is nothing. These commercials. LA Knight wrestle, not on Mondays. Judge is the greatest home run hitter of this generation. Mike Judge yanks a ball like nobody. It's ridiculous. It doesn't even look like he's trying sometimes. Of this generation, yeah, maybe. I mean, like I said, it looks fucking effortless with Judge. You're not wrong. KO has been the most entertaining on this run, with Sami Zayn on the level of KO Jericho. I do. I like the yin and yang. I like how they play that. Sammy's the even keel thinker of the group, and KO's just a snapcase and can't control his shit. I'm all for it, Mark, and I like it. Been the most entertaining. Yeah, I liked him when he was with Jericho. Again, guys, I'm gonna love Canadian. Yes, he cheats sometimes on Brogan, but no, he's done really well. I like this whole dynamic. And again, at some point they're gonna break up, and it's gonna lead to a match, and I'm all for it. No LA Knight tonight so far. No, he wasn't there on Friday either. I have a feeling Commander versus Chris Jericho. Damien, I'm pretty sure you were just trying to get my motor revved up. Commander and Chris Jericho better not be the main event on Wednesday. Honestly, if you are an AEW fan in this chat right now, with everything you know about Dynamite, do you want to see Chris Jericho Commander in the main event? I don't. I don't even want to see Chris Jericho. But if we got to put up with him in the main event, is not where I want to do it. Nick Wayne is a true pro wrestler, works hard, sells great. He is the future champ, though I think Jordan Oliver has more potential. I like them both. The East-West Express have been outstanding. Hot tag to Dom. KO moves out of the way. Here comes Seth. What are the chances Hero comes back? I say 70-30. Rumors about Hero. I I mean, Hero helps Claudio, to be honest. I don't know what Hero's doing, though. I mean, other than showing up backstage, I don't know. Can he go? What kind of shape's he in? I know he's a good wrestler, guys, but I don't know what the story with Hero is right now. 2 count on Dom. Just don't let Chris Jericho get a hold of Nick. Oh, my God, Bash. My God. If it would only be more apparent at that point. For the people that say it's not happening, they couldn't deny that at that point. Come on now. We'd hit a limit. We'd definitely hit a limit there. New member, like Team RSKO. Yeah, I think so. But I sense a disturbance in WWE in this match. All right, Larry. I could see it being possible in both accounts. But I don't know what we're going to get here. And again, not like, I don't know. My energy level is not where I want it to be with this. Basketball, bud. It's basketball. And I know that's other people, but we'll connect all the dots. I'm broken at some thought. That same thought. There you go. Finn breaks up the count. All right. We are leading to Dom sucks chance. Of course we are. Finn asking for the tag from Damien. Here we go. Damien tags Seth. Or Damien tags Finn, who botches with Seth. There we go. That's better. The fuck was that? Are you down for Carmelo Hayes versus Finn Balor again? I'm curious. I want to see what they do. And I like the idea that they're using the main roster guys to put a bit of shine on NXT. It's working. It's increasing their ratings. Like I said, if you look over the recent ratings, there are times where it's beating or really close to beating some of their competition. Huge frog splash. Wow, Seth kicks out before the save. Dom, that close. Woo-wee. I don't want to see Jericho for a while. Tired of him. Listen, I don't want to go on a Jericho rant tonight. You guys have heard me bitch about Jericho. Everybody has. I'm over it. It is what it is. But to me, that's where, if you say Chris Jericho sucks in 2023, you're just a toxic wrestling fan. And it's not true. Jericho is weighing people down. Jericho is hurting the show. That's not saying he didn't mean something in the beginning of the show. 4 years later, he doesn't. Spot book him. Use him sparingly. Then when he shows up and you put him in an angle, people are like, oh shit, Jericho. But week in and week out and commentary when he's not wrestling, Dum sucks. Coup de grace gets missed. Blue Thunder Bomb. Dom breaks up the pin. LNA did a dark segment promo on SmackDown against Hit Row was a YouTube exclusive. Oh, great. That's where one of your hottest talents is on a YouTube exclusive. Great. KO with the stunner. Sammy getting rid of Priest. Exploder into the turnbuckle by Sammy. I'm excited for Dragunov versus Braun Breaker. #1 contender match tomorrow. Yes, it's going to be good. Anything with Ilya is great. Braun Breaker's found a new level, and it's awesome. But Rhea getting involved. South of Heaven. Finn to the top. Coup de grace. What the fuck? 1, 2, 3. And your winners, the Judgment Day. Woo! Jericho wears Velcro sneakers. He's a wise man. This man. I like it. Thanks for letting me be on your show. Great show. You and Nick and Luna make the show by tomorrow is my birthday. I will be 50. Another birthday. Kenny, your birthday tomorrow. Damien's birthday on Wednesday, Mick's birthday, my birthday, a lot of birthdays. But congratulations, 50, big milestone. MJF and Adam Cole become tag champions. Be very interesting. But we can definitely set up, I mean, potentially it would be Adam Cole, MJF versus Bullet Club Gold or FTR. We'll see. Matt Stone and Trey Parker, SPC creators, did basketball. I called that out, Larry. Gotcha. I got you. South Park. Ilya needs to take it easy. Braun going to break him like a Kit Kat. I don't know, buddy. Ilya's pretty close to unbreakable. We'll see what happens. Dale's got his rating in already. Folks, if you are tuning in right now, we do take the rating out of 10. How did you feel about tonight? What did you think? Dale, not happy. 4 out of 10. And yes, I'm also 1 and 3. A green tea kit. A green tea Kit Kat, no less. Ouch. Going deep unbroken. Tommy Baskets, welcome back. All the members shining in 3 different companies. True. Very true. Very true, Tommy. And I know the talk is it's not what it used to be, but the impact of it definitely spread across the, all of wrestling. There's so many damn people were in it. Dom is so bad in the ring, it's really sad. I don't think so. I don't know. I disagree with that statement, Steve. Who faces Rhea at SummerSlam? It may be Raquel. We'll see. I mean, Raquel seems to be the front runner right now. Nobody else really knocking on that door. I want to watch Jericho versus Lance Storm for his final match. Storms, Jerichos, or both. I mean, Lance doesn't really wrestle so much anymore, so I get where you're going, Joe. I would just, I said it. Chris Jericho versus Goldberg. Both men retire. Leave your boots in the ring match. Mark, most likely Raquel. 7.5. 7, Boston. 7 from Larry. 6 commercials out of 10. 5 out of 10. 7.5 out of 10. All right, so more love than I expected, to be honest. If Raquel versus Rhea, why make Raquel your tag champs? Doesn't make sense. Very valid question. And I argued that earlier, Mark, as far as maybe it would have been better off giving the tag belts to Alba and Isla. I know. But I would have considered that over kind of the hot potato we're about to do. Potentially, Rhea costs Raquel the titles, and that leads to it. And then whoever's competing, this, maybe the complaint department becomes your new women's tag champions. Whew, I don't know. Raw to 10. Ooh, baby, I like it raw. My dad's birthday yesterday. Seems like everyone's parents were busy at Halloween. Trick or fucking treat, Unbroken. Apparently. What show is more interesting this week? NXT or AEW Dynamite? Like on paper right now? Woo! It's really close. I think a slight edge to AEW because the implications overall. But, I mean, you get the Judgment Day. You got Ilya. You got Braun Breaker. You got a lot lined up for tomorrow. I'm very curious to see how tomorrow goes. I do give the edge to Dynamite overall on paper right now. There's a few things that I'm very intrigued by, and I think the Judgment Day being on NXT, yeah, it's cool, but it's more of a, spike the ratings move opposed to a big angle. I think AEW's got a little more substance in that regard going into. See, I like AEW, folks. It's not all bad. What about Shayna versus Rhea? Yes, let's do that. Let's do that. Get rid of Ronda and send Shayna that way. That is a legitimate contender and a viable storyline. See you tomorrow. Bobby, have a good night. See you tomorrow. Mike says 6. John says 6. Richard Martinez, 8 out of 10. Solid Raw. Good matches. Only thing I didn't like was Shayna's squash match. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'm so torn with this one. I'm going to split the difference a little bit between some of the fans. I'm going to go 6.5 out of 10 tonight on Raw. I mean, I felt like a lot of it was filler. It felt like a long night of Raw. And maybe it's because of a couple day layoff. I don't know. But coming back into this tonight, I thought it started really well. And then I felt like a lot of the stuff that was popping up was like, we got a graduation I didn't much care for. We're going to get a Vikings match I don't much care for. The Shayna shit was nonsense and didn't need to be there. Becky's situation was okay, kind of what you expected. But yeah, I mean, it was just a light night. A light night. Not horrible, watchable, long 3 hours, though. 7 out of 10, says Joe. All right. Vince going 3 out of 10 down the spectrum. Punk versus Samoa Joe was a good match. Lousy finish. Another roll-up pin. Can't AEW book it. Listen, I told you before, Smile Mark, roll-ups have become the chicken shit writing of all the booking. It literally is a shitty way, a chicken shit way to get out of a situation. You can have things happen that still lead to some type of finish, but everyone's like, fuck it. We got two people. Neither one want to go over or under. Roll them up. And it's not just AEW. I cannot only give the shit to AEW on this one. Sorry. 7.5. All right. Strong. 5 out of 10 from Vance. It's a neat to see the different opinions coming in, guys. It really is. I think Raw felt filler because a lot of the matches at SummerSlam have already have build. Only the tag division champs need opponents. That's a valid point, Richard. And I felt like, again, a lot of it was filler, but it was, like you said, we kind of know where a lot of things are going. So it was just kind of, we're getting a fluffing until we get there. Pause. And that's what it kind of felt like in a lot of cases of, yeah, I mean, again, it just wasn't the most exciting night. I thought the crowd was good. I thought we started well, like I said. But again, it just felt like a long edition of Raw. I love the main event. I did like the main event. I thought the Tommaso Ciampa Miz match was flat. And I feel like, and you guys can tell me I'm crazy, but I feel like the Ciampa Miz Bronson Reed story was a story they were going to tell already, but Ciampa got hurt. And now we're back where we started. That's what it feels like. However, I'd rather see Ciampa versus Reed. It also does lend well to the idea that if Ciampa is being outnumbered and beat up by Miz and Reed, does he need a friend? And who could help him out? Could he do it himself? Nah, he probably needs a partner. Are you excited for Darby Allin and Orange Cassidy versus Daniel Garcia, Sammy Guevara, and Big Bill, Brian Cage versus MJF, Adam Cole? I don't know how I feel. I think it's going to be interesting. Allin and Orange Cassidy, I think, are actually going to lose this. And I think Cage and Big Bill are going to lose. And I think it's going to come down to Cole, MJF. And I think Sammy and Danny are going to win this tournament. I just don't know why. That's the way I see it playing out. Could be wrong. We'll find out. SummerSlam being 4 weeks away hurts. Yeah, we got that 5-week period, right? So last week we kind of got a really amped up Raw where we were turning on a lot of the switches. Now we can't just overburn it. So tonight was a bit of a, again, a bit of an ebb as we head in. Now we got 3 weeks. We start building as we get closer. I get it. So it is what it is. Am I mad about the 3 hours? Nah, it just wasn't. 4 weeks is a lot of time between a PLE. Well, Richard, some companies in WWE world, it can be a long time. I mean, that again, if you go back a week, you're looking 5-week build, but I think they'd be perfectly fine. We just have to expect that some nights aren't going to have the oohs and ahs that we otherwise get. I think Raquel's the way to go. If Rhea cost Liv and Raquel the titles, I'm with you, Richard. I really am. Would Thatcher returning be enough for Ciampa? I was alluding to Gargano. I don't think Thatcher's coming back. I think there's a lot of factors why Thatcher might not come back. I don't see it happening. When you get a chance, watch MLW Never Say Never. I will do. I got to catch up on some wrestling after being off the grid for a few days. But, folks, I will call that the last one tonight. Reports confuse me. Is Gargano hurt or not? They all confuse me. Is Bray hurt or not? Where's other people? Was Becky hurt? Was she not? Well, I'll find out. We'll get there. But with all that being said, folks, I thank everyone for joining us on this wonderful Monday night. We are back tomorrow, NXT. The Judgment Day will be there. Make sure, be a friend, tell a friend, spread the word. Go check out all our links below. Get yourself a t-shirt. Join us on Discord. Join us on social. Be a part of the family. Become a member. And again, Nick and I and Luna and CJ cannot thank you guys enough. We got more Luna's Lounge coming your way. We got Wrasslin Court coming your way. We got a whole lot of new content, more up our sleeves, more shorts, more stories. Click that little bell so you don't miss a thing. Other than that, Raw was okay. Not bad. A little bit of a filler show. But until tomorrow, I'll see you on the flip side, folks. Good night.